Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hidden Heroes. Yes, I am not Anarchy. I'm Satan. I'm filling in for her today, which is very sad because we love Anarchy. But I'm hoping to give y'all an amazing experience on this Trans Day of Visibility. Happy Trans Day of Visibility, everybody. It's awesome that we have Hidden Heroes today, and we have some fabulous games lined up to celebrate. So first, we're going to get into this in just a second, but I'm going to tell you about all the games we have up tonight. We've got Mika and the Witch's Mountain, which I'm sure a lot of y'all learned alongside with me was a really cool game at GDQ. Well, it's going to be back with another one of our wonderful runners, Peek and See. I'm getting that right. In just a little bit here, we're going to see any percent, and that route has changed since it's been shown off at GDQ. So it's going to be really cool to see all the little differences in such a fantastic run with lots of cool movement. And speaking of cool movement from little guys, after Mika and the Witch's Mountain, we're going to have Pizza Tower 100% by Nacho the Adventurer. If you've ever seen Pizza Tower, you know that it is an absolutely wacky game, truly one of a kind, and it's going to be super cool to see us do literally everything that game has to offer. So if you're excited for some little guy modern games with some awesome movement, well, then stick around. This show is absolutely going to be for you. And with that said, let's get into some peak gameplay with Mika and the Witch's Mountain, any percent by Peek and See. Fly us in.
Thank you, Satan. Hey, everyone. I'm Peek and See. I'm going to be running Mika and the Witch's Mountain any percent unrestricted tonight. Like Satan said, this game was run at AGQ, but there's some things that are different. I'm really excited to show it off. And happy T-Dov also, everyone. And I have my commentator here with me, Evie Nix. Evie, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. I'm Evie Nix. I have seen this game, but this game is adorable, and I'm very excited to get to see this game shown off today.
Awesome. Yeah.
Happy T-Dov.
Yeah, happy T-Dov. We'll go ahead and get into it here just a second. Just a couple notes. I'm playing in Chinese. This game is still a little bit still being shopped a little bit. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit faster, but it's marginal. But I still like to play in Chinese. There's also a pretty rare text skip that I've only ever seen happen in Chinese, so I play in Chinese just in case that happens. Yeah, I think time will start when after I hit start game here and skip the first cutscene. So I will try to count it down as best I can. It's a little awkward. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So we're playing as Mika, and who's an apprentice witch who's been sent up to the top of Mont Gon to learn how to be a not apprentice witch. And we are talking to kind of the head witch here, Mr. Solagari. There's a lot of dialogue skipping in this run, and I'm kind of like doing this constantly to skip through the dialogue as fast as possible. Because dialogue is slow. Splat.
Splat.
I love cartoony physics.
Anyway, we get thrown off a cliff because for reasons unknown to us, and our broom is broken. We can no longer fly, and we have to go find help in the village. Oh, I missed the tree bounce there. You can save like half a second if you bonk your head on that tree. Anyway, we're gonna run up here and talk to Allegra. Allegra gives us some information about where we are and fixes our broom for us. So we now have the repaired broom, which is a pretty slow broom. I can only carry one item on it. And she's also going to tell us that in order to save up for a new broom, we have to go get a job in the city. And I'm going to let Evie explain what I'm doing here.
Yeah, so we are pretty much right off to the races here. What you'll see Peek and See doing here a lot of is a technique called broom boosting. When you are on the ground and you hop on your broom, you're immediately given a boost that fires you upward at sort of a fixed arc. And generally you want to spend as little time in this game not boosting as possible. And so you want to hop off your broom at sort of the peak of her arc, which you'll see here in a moment. And that sort of carries your momentum forward. And then as soon as you kind of hit the ground again, you want to hop right back on your broom and fire off that boost, which gets recharged when you hit the ground. There's a little bit of a cooldown that is relevant in a couple of spots, but generally, you're just going to see as soon as she hits the ground, she's going to be hopping right back on her broom and firing off into the distance again.
Yep. So yeah, we use that sort of throughout the run to as the kind of the main speed tech in the game. He was saying. Now I need chat to give me good energy here for a good fish spawn. We're gonna learn how to fish. In this world, you catch fish in bowls rather than using a fishing pole, and the fish here can spawn anywhere. That's actually not too bad because it's actually at least back towards the dock, so that's a pretty good fish. But the fish can spawn like anywhere around the boat, and it can be like in the opposite direction, and it can be really bad. So that was a pretty good fish.
I would love to see your best fish emotes in the chat if you have them.
Yeah, spam those emotes.
I cannot get over how that item get noise sounds like the Steam achievement noise.
It is very similar. So this is like the tutorial day, basically. We have a few packages to deliver, train of thought's gone. We have a few packages to deliver. It's going to teach us about like the different package mechanics. Like some packages have hit points, so if you bonk the package too many times, it'll break. Some packages can't get wet. Some packages are timed. Luckily for us, most of those things don't really matter because most of the folks in this town don't really care about receiving their packages in a good condition. You can still progress the story. There are a couple packages that we really don't want to break because they will cause extra dialogue to happen. But besides that, like we're pretty much just trying to go fast, not really worrying about people's packages. So like here's our first timed package where we're delivering some ice cream to these twins on the beach over here. Note those wind tunnels near me. They are not usable for me yet until I get a better broom. But they will be used a lot later.
Naturally, the kids do not care if the ice cream was dunked in the sand, as long as it got back before it melted.
Another fun thing we're gonna do is something like that, where if you run into an item or like an object and you sort of get on your broom while running into it, the game's physics engine will just kind of send you upwards. And yeah, we abuse angles a lot in this game to get vertical height.
This game has a very weird relationship with angles.
So now we're going to come up to a big sequence break. Again, you saw this same sequence break at GDQ, but it was in a different spot in the run. So we're going to come over here, grab this sponge, throw it in the water, and also interact with this little statue. What that's going to do is you saw for a second we had two overlays on top of each other. And that's not supposed to happen. I'm also not supposed to be moving while I have this overlay up. So now that I go talk to Allegra, which is the next story beat, I talk to her and then I talk to her again. And now we are getting our better broom, but the game's confused because we're now kind of triggering. We've triggered like the next section of the story twice. And what that's going to do is actually skip an entire section of the story. We just skipped all of day 2 of the game. So now we're at this section called overtime, where basically the smoke factory that powers the island has broken, and we have to deliver this spare part to fix it. Let me up, please. Thank you. Oops. Okay. Okay. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna be making our way over there, but that saves like I don't know, like 12 or 15 minutes or something. A lot of time. Is
that like sorcery?
Yes.
You know, breaking the game.
Exactly. We're using our witchy powers.
Exactly. On theme.
So here we actually had to break, in order to get the game out of this glitch state that's kind of in, it's really confused about where we are. We actually have to break this spare part. So you see I have 2 spare parts in the bottom corner of my screen now, which is not normal, not supposed to be happening, but I needed to do that in order to actually get myself out of this section. Otherwise the game will soft lock after I kind of exit this story arc of the game. You'll also notice that earlier I was able to use the wind tunnels now. So the wind tunnels are really important. They're the fastest way you can move in the game is by using a wind tunnel. That speed will go away after a few seconds, but if you get on and off your broom, you can maintain the speed for a little bit longer. So you'll see me trying to like maintain wind tunnel speed as much as possible by kind of getting on and off my broom before sort of before starting to boost again. I go up here. So yeah, anyway, what just happened to the story is we've just been fired from our job that we just started. But the townspeople still really like what we've been doing for the town in our capacity as the delivery person. So we're gonna keep helping folks, and here's an example of the wind tunnel speed, kind of using that and staying in free fall to, again, keep that speed up as much as I can. But basically, we are going to start, after this dialogue, going to start the day 3 section. We're going to continue delivering items for the townsfolk.
something that chat can do if they want to deliver a submission to SGDQ, amazing segues, is they can go to gdq.gg/volunteer/apply or go to the GDQ website, because today is the final day for SGDQ submissions. That's right, they will be closing. Run submissions are closing in less than 5 hours. Volunteer submissions are as well. So if you've been wanting to volunteer or run at SGDQ, make sure to get those applications in today. We will continue reminding you until you do it.
Thank you. Yeah, please get those runs in. I'm gonna awkwardly ascend Allegra's hut there using the angles. That was not the cleanest, but we got there. Go through these wind tunnels, and basically now I'm in day 3 of the game, and in day 3 there's basically like 4 kind of items that I have to deliver that are all kind of in a there's like a few different like mini stories basically where I'm delivering items. I now have my the second fastest broom, which is called the light broom, and I can carry 3 items. And I'm gonna let Evie explain this next little thing I'm gonna do here.
Yeah, so as you can see in these ruins here, there's quite a few different wind tunnels. There's also a very big wind tunnel, which we're about to enter, that points us at that waterfall. But we don't want to go to that waterfall. And so it happened very quickly there. But what Peak did actually was hop off of her broom the moment we hit that big wind tunnel and then jump back onto it, but going sideways. So we could use that massive wind tunnel to sort of fire us up sideways and up a cliff off to the right so that we can interact with some other folks and get some other items before we sort of keep on the path that the game was trying to point us at.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna do my best not to bonk my head on these beams, which is quite difficult actually. And then
very low clearance.
Yeah, I'm gonna just beat the heck out of this first aid kit in the meantime. Again, most of the townsfolk don't care. Like, we're gonna go give this first aid kit to Mune up here, but who doesn't really care that it's not in good condition? Mune is going to tell us to go check out that burning plane in the water down there. That's the plane that she was flying before she crashed and landed in that tree. What the game wants us to do is go get a sponge, like I did earlier, and get it wet and fly over the plane to put the fire out. But we're going to do something a little different. I'm still gonna grab the sponge, put it at the bottom of my inventory so that it's at the bottom of my broom when things are hanging down. You can see it's now a wet sponge. And if I just walk up here and interact with the door, hey, the fire's out. That was easy.
It's like magic.
It is like magic. I'm gonna grab this radio. Yeah, the game only cares about you having a wet sponge in your inventory, and you don't actually have to fly over it like I did in my casual playthrough.
That's too logical.
Too logical. Now we're gonna go the way in the same wind tunnel, but the way the game wants me to go, and we're gonna go visit Danny.
Who we definitely know and have met more than once.
Yeah, a lot of these characters are folks that we should have met on day 2, but we didn't. So they're in different places now, and we're meeting for the first time, but they treat us like we're old friends.
How nice.
Vanny gives us
each other.
Vanny gives us an already broken flask, which is great. I don't have to worry about breaking something that's already broken. So pressure's off. And then we're gonna do a bit of a daredevil trick here, where we're going to just yeet ourselves off of this cliff and get on our broom right before we land. And
very clean.
Thank
Nice.
you. And not splat there, which is very bad.
The splatting is very funny with the character pancakes, though.
Yeah, but if you have items when you splat, then the items just go everywhere, and sometimes off of cliffs and stuff, and it's really bad because you have to go gather them back up again. Gonna talk to Jean-Paul here. Jean-Paul's gonna give us Yulu's Canary, which we have to take back up to him. But before that, we're gonna drop off this radio to Ovel, which might be actually functional. Oh, look at that. I delivered the radio without just totally destroying it, which is pretty rare, actually. Doesn't matter.
First time I've seen that.
We're not bonking. We're gonna get the astrolabe, which is one of like the key story items that we have to deliver in order to sort of progress past this section of the game. To Allegra and swap the broken flask out for a violin. And then we're gonna head kind of back towards the ruins hub area we've been to a couple times before, but This time we're gonna set up for kind of the next big, the next big sequence break in the game. You can see I used the top of Allegra's hut there to get myself enough height to get up here.
Again, weird angles.
Which happens a lot. So over here, we're gonna bring the canary to Yulu with the same trick I did. Oop. Let me do that again. Okay, chill out. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna do this the slower way to. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna walk up here and give Yulu the canary. Yulu's gonna be talking to Soot, the big bad of this game, and there's kind of a bubble around them where if we walk into that bubble, we trigger the cutscene. I avoided the bubble and talked to Yulu from behind her, rather than triggering the bubble. What that does is it actually once again breaks the game for some reason. Where after the canary happens, I'm supposed to get a letter to take it back to Jean-Paul thanking him. But instead what happens is the game launches me into a totally different set of dialogue where I give Yulu a windmill piece that I've never actually picked up. That windmill piece is on the other side of the island. It's a huge pain to get, and for whatever reason, we just don't have to even bother with it if we approach Yulu in that specific way. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna once again yeet myself off a cliff so I can go talk to Kiala.
Transcolor flowers.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. I've never even noticed that before. A lot of tech skipping
I
here.
love Kiala's design here too.
Yes, Kiala is so cool.
It's so cute. I agree.
We are not going to give Kiala our amulet though. Sometimes we have we have the option to give them things of ours, and it's just a story. It just gives you different dialogue, but it's actually more dialogue, so we usually don't do that. Now I have to go back to Vanny, and the fastest way to get back to Vanny is to hopefully do a big, no, I didn't get it. There's a really big bounce you can get off that bush that sends you all the way up to the top of this cliff, and I'm, hold on, struggling right now.
You got this.
I keep boosting, here I have to wait and now boost. Okay, and then I can boost off this tree. There we go. Okay, now I'm up here.
Nice.
You can boost off that.
Got the tree tap.
You can boost off that bush to get up here really fast, but it's pretty difficult. Now I'm gonna do something called factory skip, or try to do something called factory skip, where we're gonna boost, hopefully bounce off these two pipes, like boom, boom, and then boost up, and then I can get on top of this factory, and then that allows me to go up to the top of this cliff, and hey, I'm right where Vanny is. Oh, I picked up a fishbowl too. That is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't think it's gonna actually change anything though.
A free fish for your troubles. It'll help.
There is I did route a fish percent category in this game. There are 8 collectible fish in the I came with a route to sort of get them all, because there's a cute cutscene you get when you get all the fish with some help from the community, the Mika community. So that's a fun little run too.
That's awesome.
All right, one more thing to deliver in this kind of segment of the game. We're going to go take this astrolabe, which I have also not destroyed somehow, to Opic, who is way out here. Oh, never mind, it's gone. I destroyed it. I got it too wet. There it goes.
I was going to say, you had a pretty good track record of delivering items cleanly this run.
And it does not matter. It does not matter. Yeah, Opic's way out here in the middle of nowhere, and our next place that we want to go is very far away from Opic, so we're going to use every speedrunner's favorite trick, which is quit to menu. Oh, okay. Well, that happens sometimes. My game just crashed.
No. We'll be back in just a sec with more Mika. Soon, chat.
It'll be imminent. I'm launching it right now. Let me know when it's back up.
Speed running.
Are we good? We're good.
I'm not sure
Okay.
because the stream isn't back, but could share it with us. And
Oh, yeah.
as well.
Discord stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back on stream now. Hooray. And thank you to Richard for that replay of the crash that just played on screen. That's awesome. Let's continue.
Okay, sorry about that. That's actually the best place for that to happen because we were quitting to menu anyway. So the game should still, I didn't have any items and the game should still spawn us where I was going to be spawned anyway. Okay, great. Whew, all right. That does.
You did technically have the fishbowl, but
Yeah, I don't need the fishbowl, so. Anyway, we're gonna wind tunnel, use our train tracks here to get a little bit of vertical height so that we can get that wind tunnel. And we're gonna do our fun little wind tunnel section of movement to get back to Allegra that we'll end up doing a couple times. Oops, well, I missed that wind tunnel, that's fine.
The movement looks so fun in this game.
It's really, it's like so satisfying once you get it right. Oh, I talked to the cat instead of talking to Allegra. There are also cats you can feed. I will not be feeding the cats, sadly. But if a dog comes up to me, I will pet it.
bonus cat content.
Woo! Can never complain about that.
That's right. We have one more item to deliver before the big party that's being thrown. That is to take a party invitation to Andros, the elitist, lonely artist out here. Then once we bring this back to Allegra, then we will be able to enter the kind of like the final segment of the game. We're getting pretty close to the end already. Not going to give Andros the paints. Again, just to save some dialogue. Andros is going to give us a painting. And we are going to head back.
I call this mansion roof scoop.
Yeah, we love how the angle of the mansion up here. Allegra's over here. There we go. After being in the same spot the entire game, she decides to move for just right now. So anyway, yeah, in the story, we're throwing the party, and then Soot and Gref, our old boss, show up asking to sponsor the party, and we sort of call Soot out for it's revealed that Soot actually broke the windmill so that he could install his island polluting smoke factory to power the island. So when they come and ask to sponsor the party, we sort of tell them to, pound sand.
This is my favorite trick in the run right here.
Yeah, so now we're at the party, and I don't have a broom. I am running around, and I have 4 ice creams to deliver. I can only carry 3 ice creams. I'm not gonna let that stop me from grabbing all of them, though. We're just gonna juggle.
Oh, that's awesome.
And grab the first one here with
I
Opik.
entered the cutscene, and none of them are on the ground either. Like, you did that perfectly.
No, there is one on the ground. It's just behind Ovel.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally missed it. Yeah.
If I'm thinking, sometimes I toss one more in my path so that when I exit that dialogue, I can just grab it without having to go out of my way. But that also risks you throw the wrong one.
More characters we've.
Yeah.
More characters we've definitely met.
Yeah. All these characters that we've met, like Cecile. We have met Alex. In my head, Alex is the other train conductor is non-binary because when you first interact with them, you call them Miss Alex, and they say just Alex is fine, no miss for me.
Also, our friend Yulu there, she's never had ice cream before, so when you deliver the ice cream to her, she eats the ice cream in one bite and then gets brain freeze.
Yeah,
it's very cute.
We love Yulu. We love Yulu. Right. Ice cream delivered. Wait, I said I pet a dog. Come back here. Here we go.
Yes, so cute. This game's adorable.
So yeah, now we're done with the party segment, and we're going to go to day 4. On day 4, we have very little left to do. We have no more packages to deliver. We just get our fastest broom, the witch broom. Now we have what we need to ascend back to the top of the mountain using tornadoes. And basically, we're talking about how much we learned and how much we learned interacting with all the townsfolk and about community and mutual aid and all that good stuff. And it's very sweet. But we're gonna go tell Oligari all about what we learned after we make our way up to her. The witch broom is a rocket. It's really fast. I kind of wish I got to play more of the game with it. And you do in Fish%. But we are heading up to this tornado, and we are going to head up to the ruins. And my very favorite trick of the run, which is called Witch Through Walls, which hopefully I can be very, very finicky, and hopefully I get it quickly. Yay! All right, I love that.
Nice.
Third try is really good, actually. So yeah, I've credit honestly actually to Evie when we were practicing this, and I was having a really hard time with it. Evie pointed out that in the videos where I had actually done it, I was standing at an angle, and I never noticed that somehow. But now it's like a lot more consistent. So thank you, Evie.
Yeah. Happy to
Teamwork.
help.
One more little fun.
And we're abusing this game's weird relationship with angles here to just sort of super boost to the top of the map.
Yeah, exactly. But we're at the end. We're going to talk to Oligari, and there's a whole lot of tech smashing here as we tell Oligari all about the people we met, the things that we learned, and
Power of community.
Yeah, the power of community, and we'll come up here to. It's really a lot of tech smashing. And we get a big reveal, big spoiler here at the end. Let's get this cutscene and say, oh my gosh, Oligari was Allegra the whole time. How she was able to fix our broom, just being like a simple craftswoman. But yeah, time is gonna be, time is right now. That's time.
Woo, GG!
Nice, that was pretty good.
Yes, excellent run.
Thank you. That was pretty good. I'll take that. I mean, the crash was the crash, but like, it happens. So
Even with that, like, still great time, great showcase of this game.
yeah, it's a really fun little game, even just to play casually. But the run is really cool too. Evie, do you have any shoutouts while we let this cutscene play?
Yeah, shout outs to you. Thank you for having me on for this adorable little game. This game is a lot of fun, and I'm probably about to go play this. Shout outs to, I know I've got some friends that are watching. Hello, friends. And then shout outs to GDQ for having us on, especially today on Transgender Day of Visibility. Especially getting to showcase a little game here that is all about the power of community. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah, and I'm PeekandC. You can find me on twitch.tv/PeekandCSR. I stream speedruns. I stream some rhythm game content. I'll be learning some new runs this year. I wanted to shout out. I wanted to shout out all my friends and family watching. I wanted to shout out. Oh my God, I get so emotional at these things. I wanted to shout out the Mika community. Forming Glen, Tooth Burglar, Mian, Stellar Skylark, Heart Moon, all really helped me sort of learn this game. Shout outs to Evie for coming and doing comms with me. And yeah, shout outs to anyone who's struggling right now. Because I know it's really hard to be trans right now. But please go find your community. Just like this game teaches us, like the power of community is really important. So go find that, and we'll go we'll get through this together. So thank you. And there's going to be
Yes, we will.
happy times ahead.
Wonderfully said. Thank you so much, both of you, for being wonderful hidden heroes with us today. Happy Trans Day of Visibility, and that was a wonderful, lovely run of a game that really embodies the best in what we can do for each other and what we're going to do here for our communities and for everybody who's having a rough go of it. It's Transgender Day of Visibility. Be proud. And with all that said, we are going to take Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hidden Heroes. This is the GDQ Hotfix show, all about showing runners from marginalized or underrepresented communities and all the games that they love. I'm filling in for Anarchy today, trying to emulate her brilliance. I'm hoping I'm doing an all right job. But we have one more really, really cool run for y'all today. And even though we have one run left, it is a packed showcase of Pizza Tower. This is a super unique game. It's got a wonderful hand-drawn 2D style, and it will blow your mind. It also has fabulous movement, just like the Mika and the Witch's Mountain run that we just saw. So let's continue celebrating Transgender Day of Visibility together with Pizza Tower 100% by Nacho the Adventurer. Cut us up a slice.
Hello everyone, I'm Nacho from the main Nacho series. Today I'm going to just completely show you how to prepare a good pizza tower. First of all, we need a very nice commentator, just will help me to prepare this pizza. Hello Kawis, he's the actually best runner noise in the world.
A bit worse since I haven't played this game in a very long time, I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, I do have the world record for noise category, noise 80%, but yeah, that's about it. We're just gonna drop in now and leave Nacho to his own luck with 100% Pizza Tower as Pepino. A pretty interesting category, honestly, because it has a lot of strategies, a lot of movement, a lot of routing as well, with all the S rank requirements and stuff. So yeah, let's just click on the TV and the time starts when we gain control of Pepino.
I will get into a safe file, I will count from 5, and that's when the timer is going to start. So let's get to it. Time is gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's pizza time.
Awesome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay, so 100%. We're going to start for the basic. We have to do the tutorial because how else you're gonna make a very good pizza tower if you don't know how to make a pizza tower. So the tutorial is very simple. We just go fast. This is basically the game showcasing you how to play, how to move. But we already know how to play and how to move. This is not what we here. Basic are simple, so I'm just gonna explain what are the requirements for 100%. First of all, we need actually to get every single collectible. The collectibles of these games are toppings, are secret treasures, and there are three secrets in every single stage. Also, we have to get the max rank. We need to get an S rank or better, and yeah, that should be all for 100%. Thankfully, we don't need all the achievements, or else this run will be way too hard than already is. But right now, the main gimmick of this game is every time you reach the end, break the pillar, and it's pizza time. Hope everyone just in the chat screams pizza time when we break a pillar, because that will be very funny. And that was the tutorial.
And yes,
now
we're
going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now we're actually going for the first stage. So can we take it away from here?
Okay, so I'm gonna say, well, now we're going with Cemetery the Johns, which is the first level of the game, which is meant to introduce you to how levels actually work, with all the toppings, with all the treasures, with all the secrets, and also the most important thing of 100%, which is the S rank, P rank requirement. The P rank is pretty much an S rank, but you just kind of play the level perfectly and you never lose your combo, which is not required for these type of runs. For 100% you just need S ranks, but it's usually, that's what runners usually get, because you know, you just have to go fast and you kind of have to have clean gameplay in order to actually get those. As we can see, Nacho is just sweeping through this stage very quickly because it has a very simple layout, and yeah. Yes,
Someone can also say that word. Pizza time.
Pizza time.
Of course. No, yeah, we just have
go ahead.
Oh. Yeah, we just have to get out of this level as quick as possible, but as you can see, Nacho hasn't even gotten to an S rank. He's sitting at an A rank, just So far, so we just have to keep killing enemies, which gradually increase our combo. And at the end of the level, that combo results in an exponential amount of points. The more combo we have, the more points we'll have. It's not just the constant increase, it's very exponential. So if you have a lot of combo, you will get way more points than a lower combo. Especially if you just go into the higher numbers. We can see these rooms that can be a bit complex, and these pink rooms are the treasures of each level, which are sort of like tiny challenges you have to complete in order to get even more points by just grabbing those tiny collectibles and stuff, which are very helpful for actually getting to an S rank. And the most important part of these runs is the lap 2, which Nacho is very close to it. They allow us to go into the escape sequence one time more, and you get way more points for doing that, but of course you have to replay the escape one more time, which is a bit tiring, but it's pretty helpful for each route because it really doesn't take that much time if you know the optimal route, and we can get a lot of points which are enough for getting a S rank or a P rank, which Nacho has right now. The P rank has, well, the requirements of that is obviously keeping the combo until the very end of the level, and we also have to kill an enemy in the very first room, which is a weird requirement it has, but yeah, it is a thing. And with that, we are done with John Gutter. Very quick level, very short level, but it's just gonna get even better.
Yeah, you saw like a lot of kind of movement I already did, like doing a super turn before entering a door, or like falling very fast in the air. We're going to eventually explain this because this game has a lot of crazy movement. For example, I actually have 12 keybinds.
That is a pretty small number, I gotta say.
The second
gotta do it for speed.
This stage actually introduced us to another gimmick of this game. Every single stage is going to have a special thing, a special mechanic. In this case, for example, this is introduced through the transformation. Transformations are unique to every stage. You won't usually see transformations again in other stages. In Escapizza, for example, the transformation is going to be a knight. The knight, you get a double jump, you get a invulnerability, you can also stomp, and you get a lot of speed when you go into this ramp. The thing is, you cannot run and you don't have any control. You are moving non-stop once you start sliding.
That's kind of like the blue shell from Mario, a little bit.
Yeah. Also, we have the introduction of the prizes that they're also going to give us scoring. There's a lot of things that give us scoring. Like you have these tiny toppings, you have the gadget toppings, you have the big toppings, you have how to beat enemies, you have the transformer you serve, you have getting the treasures, and many more things that will give you a score. And that's why sometimes the S-rank requirement is actually a big number, but that big number doesn't matter when you actually have a big number.
It's almost like those, like I don't know, those people that play a lot of cookie clicker and they just kind of like grow the number gets big, equal good. That kind of logic.
I think the GDQ audience is very familiar with number go up. We love number go up.
Or number go down, which is also good.
That's fair because less time equals faster speedrun. So true.
This is so true. Also, yes, you can see right now that's like there are a lot of strategies like that which use a super time in order to kill a lot of enemies in very short time, and just 6 weeks at a time. In this weird looking level with all these cheese, and then we just kind of go into a castle. It's a weird design to say the least. That's one of the good things of this game. I personally really like how each level looks so different from each one, and you're never gonna like correlate them at all. It just kind of makes sense for just one level. For example, like the treasures just as spaghettis and, you know, cheese and like a castle. You know, those royal cakes just like pasta, I guess.
It's funny because all the secret treasures are are some kind of food. I don't know if those food are edible because they were in the basement.
Oh no.
Full of dust.
Did we have food safety standards in the pizza tower?
I don't know.
I mean, considering each one of these knights and slimes are made of cheese, it's weird to say. Because yeah, all of those knights that carry a fork and stuff, they're made of cheese. And also, yeah, Lab 2 again. We are gonna see something more interesting with Lab 2s in the future. But for now, we're just gonna get all of them because we are going to need all those points, because 3,000 points is not a small number, especially for this game. It is almost required for every level in order to get an S rank or a P rank. Actually no, for a P rank it is required. There is a small nitpick about that. You have to do everything in every level in order to get P ranks. But yeah, now we're very close to the end. Now you get the P rank. Now we just kind of sweep through, avoiding enemies because that is an important thing to save time. Just a little bit of time, but it is still very useful for speedruns. And yeah, that was
I
Pixie.
believe this is ILPV.
Whoa,
Nice.
It was pretty
I
good.
love the P rank animation.
But yeah, again, the movement, it's very nitpick. It's very... I won't say it's very satisfactory, but we're going to explain everything just as the run goes. But for now, we're just gonna go and pay the rent, so a boss door. This game has bosses. Bosses completely change the entirety of the gameplay. And instead of playing a normal stage, we have to beat up a guy. This guy is Pepperman, and it's actually the hardest boss in the entire game.
Yeah, even just by being the first boss, it's actually somewhat difficult to optimize. The only saving grace it has is that it's very short, but it is a bit of a steep slope for beginners because it has like pretty tight timings. The orange it has, it can be also a bit annoying, and the fact that phase 2, because yeah, every boss in this game has 2 phases, of course, because otherwise it's not aura. It also gets a bit faster. Every attack is just like a bit crazier, and you have to keep in mind some other timings that are added to it as well. At least for Pepperman, because otherwise it's changing their own way. We are gonna see that in just a bit when we get to the next floor, because this game is separated into 5 different floors, each one having their own thematics somewhat. But just by telling you, the levels get harder and harder the further you get into the game. I'm not just getting with all of these attacks, which are just kind of pretty bouncy because I guess peppers or apples or tomatoes or whatever Pepperman is, they kind of just bounce around a little bit too much in real life. And yeah, he's now finally we get. Oh yeah.
That was okay, because you also need to get an S rank or better on bosses, and to get an S rank you are only allowed to take 2 hits. To get a P rank you have to not damage the boss. So that was why I was taking that very slowly. I already took 2 hits, so I run out of opportunities to take hits.
Perfecto.
Perfecto.
Perfecto. Very
We learn
nice.
Spanish. Anyway, now we leave with that big key and we move on to queso antiguo, which is ancient cheese for those who don't know Spanish. Which is, yeah, as you can tell, literally the first frame you see of the level, you can see like 3 pieces of cheese, and these cheese platforms that you kind of disappear as the moment you touch them, just kind of like those falling platforms in Super Mario. Oh. Okay, sorry.
But it's fine. I got it right.
That was intentional. That saves time.
Yeah, that's...
And we get to show off the technical difficulties screen.
It's pretty funny. I like it. It's not just like
This game's very charming.
Wow.
But yeah, I think we can actually start explaining the movement. And this gimmick of the stage, there are going to appear bombs, and also there are these rats that are actually named stupid rats, and the rats are very sturdy. They don't die with anything that is not a transformation or something like a bomb. I mean, I will also get off the way if someone threw a bomb onto me.
Yeah, pretty much
we can talk
transformations are made.
About the movement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
actually
can
talk
go.
about the movement on this stage. So the Pino moves like a car, and you have different max speed, and the more you are running into state speed, then the earlier you are going to reach into the next one. So there's like four max speed. You have the stand still, walking, start running, and the Mach 3 speed is you actually start hitting enemies when you run. The Mach 4 speed is actually the fastest one, and we want that, of course. There's a lot of ways to achieve Mach 3 speed faster, so the main way is doing this slide. The slide will put you instantly into Mach 3.
Yeah, Mach 3 is like probably the most important thing in this game because, yeah, as Nacho said, you can scare off enemies, you can destroy metal blocks, and it's pretty much just like the preferred thing. And yes, it's pizza time that quick. Wow.
Pizza time. Wow.
The level actually flies by, honestly. I am not too
It really
used to
does.
this. I am not used to levels being too short. But yeah, this time we are used to this cave sequence, which is a bit crazy and also difficult because the layout of these rooms is awkward to say the least. It's like a combination between horizontal and vertical movement, and you also just have to do some stuff with the bomb, like that one. And also an annoying combination of enemies, which can be a bit tricky to work with. But anyway, you can just do that corner grab, which is kind of like stop ourselves midair and grab into a nearby wall just to do some optimal movement. We fly through blowing out those goblins with bombs, with evil bombs if you may say. And we get the cheese in the cheese level finally. It took a while.
Lap 2. Okay, so one of the things of lap 2 is like, yeah, you have to do the second lap again. But the main perk is everything you already done into the first lap, it's already done. So the only thing that will appear again are the enemies that actually respawn during pizza time. Enemies you already killed during the normal lap 1 are not going to appear again. So yeah, for example, I didn't need to actually use a bomb to beat the rat again because I already beat the rat with the bomb before.
Me when I beat a rat with bombs instead of blowing it up. Dude, that would be like kinda evil actually. That would be
Unconventional weapons, as they say.
pretty funny way, but yeah. And that was Ancient Cheese. Really have a kind of short level, but we are going to get into the fun now. Also,
Yeah,
now
this level,
if you like,
I ironically think this is the best stage on the first floor because it's so cool to see when it's done right. I'm not really good at this game, so you're not going to see when it's done right. But anyways, we're going to change our outfits to this cool blue, sage blue even.
what I'm blue. Why are you blue?
Dabba-dee-ba-dabba-die.
So this is
Just now blood.
Mazmorra Sangrienta. This is a vertical stage, and this is where the other main movement stage is going to shine. That is the fast fall. Fast fall is done by pressing down and grab on the same frame. The thing is, it's a frame perfect input every single time. So the game has like this keybind option where we can just bind a lot of inputs to just one key, and that's very good. So every time you see like the pin turning around and falling very fast, I'm doing a frame perfect input.
Yeah, technically, because the keybinds pretty much allow that you can just bind all the inputs you want to one key, and all of those actions will be executed in the same exact frame. So that allows us for some pretty easy fast falls. We can just spam them everywhere without caring, because this stage does require them a lot. It is the most vertical stage in the entire game, pretty much the only vertical stage, because it's just like every single room is fully like Y position and nothing else. So it is pretty difficult to optimize and also very easy to fail on because there are way too many enemies. There are also cycles with those saws. You can see those, well, actually not saws, they're not saws. They're like kind of like pizza cutters. Yeah. I'm not used. Yeah, this game does have some pizza theme stuff. Not that many actually. There are not that many pizzas in this game, surprisingly. But yes, now we get to pizza time. Hey! Now we
Woo, pizza time!
And now we just have to grab one more secret. Actually, no, you didn't grab the second. I forgot.
Yeah,
I got this evil secret.
Because it's part of the you can also see like sound is funny just to start sometime. Everything will keep moving, shoot down, Pepino will, when the sound animation ends, when the sound animation ends, Pepino will keep moving at the same speed. That's usually for things that insta-turn or insta-turn. Shout out to my dog. Sorry for that.
They're excited for the run. It's chill.
Yeah.
The run so
Dog
good.
percent.
The animals got excited.
Exactly.
We can talk actually about insta-turns while I'm pizza this timing.
Oh yeah, I can tell about insta-turns. They're just kind of like, you first have to enter a fast walk state, which is usually done by just kind of like being midair and then grabbing. And while the grab happens, you just have to stop holding the run button. Yeah, kind of weird in the game where you're supposed to go fast, you just stop holding the run button. But this allows us to change directions almost instantly and also while keeping all of our previous speed, which is pretty helpful in this stage out of any others in the game. Because of how vertical it is, there are a lot of walls and slopes we kind of want to dodge, since wall jumps drain all of our speed. And yeah, that's why we use them everywhere in this level. And even then we just have lap 2 again. Oh my god.
Yeah, the main difference is that during this lap 2 I'm actually getting the treasure because Jerome is, I believe it's only accessible during pizza time. So yeah, if you want the secret, you actually need to do the lap 2.
Actually, you can grab him before, but it's like
okay,
time.
Okay, I actually never done that, so I completely thought that you are required to do the lap 2.
No, the event is just like Shalom Optimal. Actually, hold on, Namle, are you watching this? Hey. Namle. Never mind. But yeah, we just kind of keep going. We grab the treasure, which I don't remember what Lost Shots treasure looks like, honestly.
It was hot sauce.
Yeah. Oh, right. It's like the hot level. I forgot about that now, God. But yeah, now we just keep killing the same enemies. We just kind of try to dodge them, but...
Really good speedrun, so the thing is, every time you hit an enemy, there is like this hit lag thing. So the optimal routing is just kill the necessary enemies and get the necessary points. And once you get into the normal rank, the max rank, just go all your way, completely ignore absolutely everything else, and beat the stage.
And yes, that is Blood Sauce. Pretty long level and really difficult to execute optimally. Probably one of the hardest
really good
in the game. Yeah, that was still very clean.
And while we have just a second, I'd also like to pop in and say, if you've been watching this Pizza Tower run, you're like, I have a really cool submission or a really cool speed game that I'd like to see done on the GDQ channel by myself. Or if you'd like to help us put on our very next event, SGDQ will be live in Minneapolis, Minnesota from July 5th to the 11th. And if you want to submit your own run, or if you want to submit a volunteer submission, those are closing tonight. So both of those are going to be closing in about 4 hours. So get on over to the GDQ website or go to gdq.gg/volunteer/apply to learn more about all of our volunteer positions and how to submit runs. We do have volunteer and run submissions for remote as well as in person. So no matter how you plan to participate at SGDQ, you can apply. Go ahead and get your applications in. We want to see you.
Anyway, yeah, this is... Oh, yeah.
We are in Desierto de Oregano. This is a funny stage because the toppings are actually in Pizza Mart. the stage is actually very short, and most of the time that you will spend here is because you are on the pizza mart getting the topping. For 2 seconds, I wasn't able to thinking.
Yeah, no, Pixamars are just kind of like, that's how you get the toppings in this level. That's like one of the gimmicks, because the other gimmick is this weird flame mouth. What even was the name of this thing? Fire mouth, I forgot the name. But yeah, you just kind of have some floaty movement, you have higher jump height, you can dash, but you're pretty limited in the kind of movement. You just kind of do that to progress to the level. Which is... Actually, hold on. Skip. Nacho. Oh, no, right.
No,
oh, wait, yeah.
You need to take your own. Yeah, 100% is very cool because in 90% there is a skip named Hot Win Skip. And 100% doesn't do that because you need to actually get your own. And of course, your own is the one that makes you be able to get 100%. So that's like that.
Yeah, you can tell I have not run in 100% at all because I did not know that. Not gonna lie.
Not the realistic cows. Hi, cows.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, cows. Like me.
Trigger warning, there is cows on this level.
Fun fact, there is an achievement for not getting hit by any of those cows. Which is
Getting hit by the
actually a
cows
bit difficult.
Yeah. Also, getting hit by the cows is dope, so we don't want that.
It's just like a pretty quick secret edge. You just kind of dash around, jump. Fireman isn't that interesting to play with. There is a somewhat obscure tech with it, but it's just like for nerds. No need to talk about it.
And this is like, you know, your desert, not desert, your desert level. But, you know what I'm talking, Sandra stage. And there are also cows, of course you need your mandatory alien reference. Yay! Also, it's pizza time.
Abducted by aliens. What else could I ask? But yes, now we just have to go through these mods that are the last ones. They're a bit annoying to do because, you know, it's not really necessary in a casual playthrough, and they are a bit weird to optimize because you just kind of have to go through very cramped rooms with not too many options to work with. But yeah, we just kind of go in here, break those blocks that just kind of do like a domino effect into each other, and keep swinging around with the fire mouth, also avoiding some cows. We make use of that freeze in order to get to a secret pretty quickly, because otherwise you just cannot grab it.
Okay, that was scary.
Full of cows.
That was scary. First of all, the main idea is don't lose the combo when the number is very high, because we're going to lose points, that's how I said before. While the number is very high, we get also high number, and big number, go up, you know.
Yeah.
We have to start from the very beginning. So for example, to keep some numbers, the first enemy gives 10 points, then the second enemy will give you 11, the third one will give you 12, and just like that, it's going to be higher and higher to the point that, for example, one simple enemy will actually give you 200 points. I don't want to lose the combo if the number is very high, because I will have to start again from 10 points.
Yeah, losing combo is not really like the worst thing ever in 100% run, but it can turn out into some bad things because it's very needed to have some high combo. Wait, hold on. Oh my. Okay, that was good. That was good.
Yeah,
nice.
That was a good reaction because I missed a thing that gives me like 150 points. But when you count the door and you have a combo, you actually gain 25 points up to a max of 250. I'm going to try to use that as one way of backup if I don't get the no score. Anyways, next stage. Remember when everything is like was ready to put? Well, yeah, sorry, we lied. This is just a graveyard.
Yeah. This has like no pixel at all. There's nothing that looks like pixel in this level. It's all just a waste yard, if you would like to say it like that.
I miss
Yeah, there's
pizza.
just gonna... no.
Anyways, this stage, Pepino dies.
No.
It's like the canonical death of the main character. It's kind of like that.
Yeah. Anyways, thankfully to the power of the priest, we can actually revive. And yeah, main transformation, main gimmick of this stage is you die and well done. But you transform into a ghost to keep it like less threatening. You transform into a ghost, and that ghost will get some ghost peppers to move faster.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the ghost movement is. You kind of just float around. You have free will, but not too much because you just kind of are limited in what you can do. At least there's some like those drillers, I think they're called, where you can just face through them with the ghost and get to this.
Thing you use to make
well
Richie.
hidden. Oh yeah. They just swoop around with the ghost. A bit of a weird kind of movement, I'm not gonna lie. Right? I like it.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Those are very funny. Like, I think it's comical in some way. Like, at the moment, trying to get into that gap. But
We got it. It's all good.
A bit janky to use. But yeah, now we're pretty close to the end of the level.
it's a time.
Room which is pretty well known for one of the hard skips to learn as a beginner, but it's not using 100% because there are a lot of enemies in this section, so you kind of have to get them all if you want to have a viable and quick way of getting the P rank. Well, the S rank, not really P ranking.
Yeah, okay, so actual main gimmick of this stage, and this is a graveyard. John Ghost is going to chase us for the entirety of the stage. The only
John
thing that-
Ghost.
The only thing that the ghost does is bring us back to the start of the room, and that's not a problem. The only problem is like if we are actually very into the room and we have to go back to the beginning, and that's a huge problem because we could actually lose the combo. It happened to me like a lot of times while learning this game.
Yeah, and trying to learn what John Ghost actually does is like a bit difficult. As long as you don't choke like 2-3 times per room, you should be fine. That's what I think. But you just kind of have to sweep through these sections, and of course now the epic battle, Ghost against Ghost. Who is better? Like those rap battles.
Definitely Pepino.
Kind of bitter.
Definitely Pepino. Just look how he moves. He used to be alive, you know.
Just revive yourself. That would be kind of cool actually.
Okay.
Revive to life. You just kind of have to dodge those corpses. Just there are people in this game. Oh my god. But now there's
Lap
like
two.
comical
Right now-
corpses. You know, left.
So right now, like one of the things you saw me do it is like doing this uppercut super down before entering any door. That's an up door. We do that to skip every single door unlock animation because because the animation is long, and also this category requires you to enter a lot of doors, and it ends up saving a lot of time. Basically, when the uppercut, when you unlock a door during the last frame of the uppercut, the animations interlap each other, and you just completely skip the unlocking the door animation.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to do in some treasure doors. There even is one that is like completely impossible, but you just cannot uppercut. But yeah, for some doors you can just super taunt up door, which is done by super taunting at the same time you uppercut, which actually just kinda escapes you to the very last frame of the uppercut instantly. There's also a variant of it which is just like taunt and then gamble your way down to the last frame of the uppercut, which is like a bit bad to do because you kind of just have to get good luck with the taunt sprite you get. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Love the outdoors, and that was Waytyard. Oh my god.
So Nacho, how tight were those cycles with that ghost? Because it looked like you were absolutely dodging it.
Oh yeah, actually, like, at least for me, I don't think they were like tight, but at least for me, I have a nerf calling that I call myself. First of all, welcome to the Granja Divertida with the special guest Morto Chicken from the hit game from PS1, Morto Chicken. Now answering your question, Sarah, the ghost has like this thing that every speedrunners love, that is rubber banding, so it's going to catch up with you if you go very fast, and if you're very close, it's going to be slow. The thing is, there can be like ways to not worry about it, but again, I have this nerve of bad luck, so yeah, every single time I'm on that stage, I'm actually shaking to not get trapped by it. Anyway,
Definitely
Mort.
could not tell. It was super clean. Yeah, Mort.
From the PS1. I don't think I ever touched a PlayStation 1. I am that baby. I'm sorry. I just kind of like just swinging him around. Well, not really swinging him around. He is swinging with you. Just kind of getting controlled by more, which is pretty evil if you ask me. But yeah, this is that way, just kind of like a farm, a pretty funny looking farm. It barely has any music, but yeah. Such a funny farm that even the vegetables want to kill you. That's weird. Literally every enemy in the stage is a vegetable.
I guess speaking of foods, what are y'all's favorite pizza toppings? Chaos and Nacho.
I actually like anything on my pizza, so while it's edible, I will eat it. I'm not picky about pizza.
That's very funny for a person who runs this game. Pizza.
Yeah, even that pizza that not that much people like. It's pizza time, so you know what kind of pizza I'm talking about.
What kind of pizza? Pineapple pizza.
Yeah.
Of course. Is it underrated or overrated?
I've heard a lot of people say it's like actually really good. I really want to try, but I don't know how you kind of cook the pineapple on the pizza. I don't even know if you cook it. I don't even know how it's prepared. Like yeah.
You do cook it. It's very interesting. I would say I like pineapple on pizza. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a 50-50 somewhat. I will have to try it out. Yo, hold on, Nacho. What if you just kind of like go to your house or my house and we just kind of like try it in some pizza, the pineapple? I love that. That would be kind of cool.
Maybe we can do that. Right.
That's iconic. The Pizza Tower runners try pineapple on pizza for the first time.
There's also like an Italian runner of this game, which we just kind of joked a lot about pineapple pizza in streams. It was kind of funny.
Oh, there is a poll in the chat that has appeared. It's called Pizza. You can vote between pineapple and no pineapple, so get on it. I'd like to see the results.
Personally, as a certified chef, I don't think there is actually anything wrong with the food that you prepare. Like, anyone can enjoy their food on their own way. If you like pineapple on your pizza, if you like to add mushrooms, if you even like to add, I don't know, chocolate chips to your pizza, go ahead. That's how you enjoy eating something. That's very nice. However,
agreed.
Don't make me try to enjoy something that I don't want to like. I will not like.
Well said. Pineapple's winning, by the way, that poll right now. So if you're a no pineapple person, you gotta get in there.
I really have to try that out. But anyways, we're just going into Cantina de Comida Rapida, if you want me to pronounce it like, you know, like yeah. Which is a funny level, honestly. Just kind of theme around all of these like bar stuff with bottle, with alcohol. I think this game is like PG-13 just because of these funny stuff, like, I don't know, alcohol bottles, bullets and stuff. Otherwise it would be like for all ages. Just kind of funny to think about. But yeah, now we've got these horse races, which are pretty interesting as a casual player, but for speedrunners it's just like, yeah, you will get it. There's no way you don't. It does have some nitpicks if you want to do some somewhat difficult skips, but we're not going to get into that because that's not what we do in 100%. And also this Winnie, which is a funny transformation. I think you just kind of ride this little cute Winnie and go pretty fast while touching those buttons, which open those sausage gates. They're not sausage. What are they made of? What is the reality behind those gates? I actually do not know. But yeah, we just kind of do these layout full of fans, which is a funny implementation, I think. But yeah, we just keep using those weenies to go around the level pretty quickly. And grabbing the top is when I just kind of like put in every single horse race we go against, because it's kind of meant to reward the player for beating them.
When I start here, like, and there is a rat there, and we have to actually kill that rat with the Winnie, but yeah, we are just wake up that enemy and make the intro, and make that enemy throw a bomb to the rat. Just like that.
Yeah, there's a pretty interesting implementation of those enemies. They actually kill these stupid rats, which is helpful only in that spot. Actually, there's another spot, but that one's like very obscure. I'm not gonna talk about that. But
yeah, there is something special about this stage. As you see, I'm actually trying to get a lot of scoring when earlier in other stages I just didn't try that much. I was just like getting things that were on my way. This time I'm actually being very careful about what kind of scoring I'm getting. So this is what I like to call the one-lappers. The name is very self-explanatory why they're called one-lappers. It's pizza time.
Yay!
But yeah, now what's the thing about the one laps, you may ask? The reason Nacho was just kind of like grabbing a lot of things in the later part of this level is so that he can reach the S rank requirement just by doing a single lap. You can just skip the 3000 points of the second lap if you get a lot of points right before it, which can be easily done in this level because those cards that are like put almost everywhere, they give you a lot of points if you grab all of them. And also the amount of enemies that are here, it's plentiful if you ask me. We go grab the treasure, and we left the cheese for a little bit later. Just after grabbing the treasure, we just kind of do some weird thing in it. Oh, ay. Oh, no, combo. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I got this, don't worry. There it is. That was so scary.
Oh. Nice recovery. Whew.
Yeah.
Keep the combo going.
Yeah, that is like the hard part of this game, honestly. Just like trying to back up something. It can be a bit difficult if you're not really prepared for it. There are some backups for some stuff, but there isn't a backup for everything. Which is just like put into test if the player actually knows the game or not. Because, you know, you can just kind of like speedrun a game but not really know too much about it because you kind of just like know the route and just follow it. But yeah, now we're very close to the end. I hope Nacho gets the one lap S rank, which can be a bit tricky to get sometimes. Hold on, is it looking? Oh yeah, there's enemies.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
We don't get the S rank. Yay! We don't get the S rank. We actually have to do the second lap. The main thing with one lappers requirements is like you need to a not so high score requirement. You actually need also a lot of score sourcing on that stage. Normally it's like is because normally you do this in stages where the escape section is very, very long. So you try to optimize in that way. So let's go for the second boss. Let's go for the El Vigilante. This is not like Pepperman. We actually just go and use the gun. His weakness is the gun. We can actually stun lock the boss if we do a charge shot and then throw 2 bullets. But seems like I'm having a moment.
Yeah, it can get a bit tricky though because the timing for each big bullet can vary just a tiny bit after you get rid of one of his HP points. One of Vigilante's HP points. But yeah, if you can just calculate it well enough, you can finish this fight very quickly. It doesn't have too much stuff to it. So we just kind of keep shooting
The fun thing with noise, you can actually win this fight and tie the task.
Oh yeah, that thing. That's another
Tie the desk.
game mode though.
Yeah, we're not playing with noise right now. But we will see noise.
Yeah, because there is a game mode where you can play as both the noise, the other playable characters this game has, and Pepino. I helped Nacho tying the task for this boss, which is just kind of like letting me do all the work. Like actually, he was not doing anything. I had to do everything because that's just how you tie the task for this boss fight. But anyways, now hold on the timing for the last bullet.
There it is. Okay. That was the second boss. I think
Nice.
I think we can actually take some time, before getting into the next floor.
Yeah, I think maybe I don't know what you're
Sounds
thinking about
good.
taking a rest. A nap.
Fantastic. Well, chat, don't nap, but do, go get a snack, have a bathroom break, whatever you need to do, because we will be back with more Pizza Tower in just a few minutes. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hidden Heroes, and we are back with some more Pizza Tower. Let's keep going.
Okay, so let's resume the run in 3, 2, 1. Pizza Tower.
Woo!
We can stop looking at the stats.
Okay, floor 3. Floor 3 is actually very hard.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. It's a lot of pretty complex levels to optimize and also some kinda actually hold on. Oh right, that thing, hold on. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
Trying to remember all that.
This stage has like 2 gimmicks. First of all, there's like this secret chest, the treasure chest that will appear. They give you a lot of points. So they give you like 250 points, and also they give you 1 kill for the combo. So they're also part of the route. We're not going for every single of them, but they're very handy.
Yeah, some of them are like in the very middle of the level, so it's pretty good to just get them while you go through that part. Like the one at the very start where you just kind of have to go through that cramped room and you don't really lose too much by just grabbing it at the very start. And yeah, this little barrel thing, which is a weird thing to use. It has some janky stuff with slopes and whatnot, but it's a pretty funny transformation, I think. It's well
Yeah, Pepin is
designed.
actually doing a battle roll. not the one that on the Starfog. This is literally a battle roll.
You want to become a barrel. Later. Also, yeah, the key for the locked door, which also so it's gonna be using the knob door for unlocking it very quickly. Hold on. Because yeah, as Nash said, the animation of that door is pretty long, and we really want to avoid all of that. And also that chest that is like literally at the very middle of the top, so like why not grab it? It's pretty much there. Some of them are like pretty out of the way too, so it's just kind of better to dodge them. But yeah, we just get to these with all of those, well, not all of that water, weird looking water, it's like plain water, but that's because that water has some piranhas inside. And if you are not running in Mach 3 state or faster, you're just gonna get bite by those piranhas, which is not preferred. And also those water currents are just gonna push you away to the intended
I
direction.
think I should
Hold on, how did you grab that
fine.
chest? Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I should be fine. I should be fine. I don't have to worry. I'm fine. I know my backups.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's... Okay, you're gonna find a way for this. I know. We trust in you because...
so I love the
yeah.
combo, so I think this is a very fun time to see like how many things how you can actually back up in case you lose your combo.
Yeah, it can get a bit difficult now, but oh, okay. Also, yeah, by the way, you also lose 50 points if you get hurt, so we gotta take care of that as well. Into this funny parrying secret. I think this is the only time in the entire round you have to parry. You just kind of taunt right before a projectile gets you, and that's how you parry. Oh. Yeah, no combo for the super taunt, which requires then combos
Hit a time.
before. But yeah. Yay! Just getting to this very weird barrel section, which requires a lot of weird movement, but yeah. It's also just like a big room just off the barrel. It's pretty quick to go
Just
through
like
within lap
a,
2 though.
Yeah.
But what?
Is this like a Niagara Falls reference?
Maybe.
There are people who've gone down those falls in barrels, so interesting.
Oh. Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to take more time in this stage just because of that I lose the combo. It's not the end of the war. Thanks to the treasure chest, I can actually go back in track and get the S rank. Sadly, I cannot get the B rank, but it's fine.
Yeah, we're fine at that. There's also this obscure category of 101% where you have to get P rank on everything and also some extra stuff. Thankfully, Nacho is a sane person and does not run that category. Thankfully.
Yet.
That sounds very difficult, yes.
And also P rank on all bosses, which is probably like the worst thing in the world. But anyways, we just have to go through these rooms again. As Nacho said, he's just gonna try to kill everything because of the combo loss. And we go into lap 2, which is again required in most stages, especially this one, because you don't really get too much stuff. Even with the chest, you don't get too many points.
I believe this is the stage with the highest score requirement. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, I know like the hardest score requirement is like the second level after this one. But I don't know the highest. I don't remember. But yeah, we just kind of go through these rooms again without the barrel because the priests are not gonna give us 500 points for a second time. They just do that if you get blessed
I
with the
had
first
everything under control.
Yay!
Know your backup. In a category as hard as this, you want to know your backup. You can see this is actually thanks to the fact that video games gives you a lot of hints. For example, how will you know to get where are those treasure chests? Well, actually, you can go to the achievements and see that one of the achievements is get every single secret treasure. Yeah, that's funny. Like, the game gives you hints. Anyways, next stage.
El Bosque de Gnomos, which is a funny level because Pepino is not gonna be the protagonist of it. We're gonna get to that part very quickly. But yeah, this level just kind of thing around the force with those goblins that are gonna shoot arrows at us. We gotta be careful about that, especially as this character.
Break. So it's Gustavo and Brick Hour. New character. They have their own moveset. They are funny also. Like I really like the rat.
Cute little rat.
I agree.
So like if you be following the background during the every floor, you will know that Gustavo and Brick had a weird relationship before, but now they're friends. That's very good. We love friendship between your pizza chef and your giant rat, right?
If Ratatouille taught us anything, I guess Remy just needed to be circular. more round, throwable.
Yeah, you could just use it as a ball. It's kind of funny. And also those,
I love it.
also those very cool TV screens that are just kind of like gangsta. I really like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the only-
Tower Brick movement, you have double jump, you have faster acceleration, but you don't have higher max speed. So you only your max speed is going to be Mach 3. You can also throw brick. There is a lot of stuff you can do with Tower Brick, but it's very hard to explain how to take advantage of every single one of them.
Yeah, this is meant to be like the more precise character, especially because you just cannot go crazy fast with it. So it does have some kind of weird tech to learn about it, but you can just get somewhat used to it. As long as you understand the basics of it, you should be fine. Which obviously Nacho is pretty good at it. Yeah, we can. Oh yeah, also the way we grab toppings in this level is just kind of like grabbing these wizard pieces. I don't know.
It's a gnome.
All the pieces, I don't know what they're called, and just get them back to their house, to their cute home with some different look. Also, I really like this part.
Basically, we need to deliver the pizza before the time is over, or else the pizza is free. And by free, we don't get something. So that's everything. As everything on this game, the time limit is actually not a real thing for speedrunners.
Yeah, it is fake. It's non-existent. You only got a 4
So
because how like some kind of hard mode that actually made it like hard, but I don't know. Yeah, we got this.
Anyways, as you can see, I'm going for a lot of scoring. You know what that means?
Fish. But not yet. This is another one lap per level, which is why Nacho is just killing a lot of enemies. This level is also like quite long. It's one of the longer levels in the game, mainly because of Gustavo's not being able to like actually go really fast. So you just kind of have to spend a lot of time with him, and his slow speed through the entire level, which isn't a bad thing, but it makes the level a bit exhausting with all the things you have to do. At the very least, it does have a lot of enemies, which allows us to get the one lap that Nacho mentioned. Yeah, we just kind of
Yeah, I mean, this run kind of is a marathon and a sprint at the same time, right? There's so much to do all the time, but you have to do it for hours. So very impressive seeing Nacho just crush this throughout this whole time.
It's pizza time.
Yay! Pizza time!
we blazed for this.
Also, one of the main things with Tower Brick, as I mentioned before, killing enemies by running at them actually slows the game down by a frame, I believe, or a couple of frames. When you throw an enemy to another enemy, or in this case, when you throw brick to enemies, you actually don't get those hit lags. So it's actually very good trying to kill row of enemies by just throwing brick.
Yeah, it also has some quite bit of thought to it, because if you throw kick, you lose all your speed and you have to accelerate again, which cannot be good in some instances, but for most cases, yeah, you just kind of throw break and avoid the hit lag. And Pepino again. Yay! He's gonna get the pressure. Is it a part?
That was close.
Oh! Oh my god.
This category is full of close calls, like a lot of close calls. If you don't know how to back up your... If you know how to back up your things, there is going to be a lot of close calls like that one.
Yeah, so it was quite difficult and long. Also, funny thing, a lot of people miss the S1 requirement of the P run because they do not remember this secret exists. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about it in my casual playthrough. But yeah, that is normal.
Yeah, perfecto.
Woo! While we're here, I'm going to give a quick reminder as well. Today is the final day for SGDQ submissions. We're going to be live in Minneapolis, Minnesota from July 5th to the 11th. So if you're interested in either volunteering with us or submitting runs to be shown, go to gdq.gg/volunteer/apply or type !SGDQ in the chat and you'll be able to find your way towards those applications. We would love to see them. Send them in.
Anyway, now this evil level, Deep Dish Night, which is a bit of a pretty cool level, honestly. One of my favorite ones because it's kind of like space theme, and we all know that anything space theme is like pretty good looking, pretty interesting to see. And also because it's kind of funny how this game represents this with those like ovnis and such just getting controlled by olives. It's pretty funny. And also the rocket.
Very creative.
That's a lot of stuff, honestly. A pretty good level. But the
Also, the music of
I said
Mika
was
banger.
yeah.
Music of Kenya has pure bangers, like only bangers. Even the music that you don't think is there's better doesn't mean like doesn't mean like one track is bad. No, actually every single track of this game is very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really like
Only bangers, no misses.
yeah, now we just kind of the way each like we changed the level design or the level layers to kind of like these evil rockets, which is kind of funny actually. But yeah, also the main reason I mentioned this level is evil in the first place is because this level requirement is pretty tight. You kinda have to kill almost everything if you want to get the S rank, which is why you can see Nachi just kind of like killing everything else. This cool escape, I really like it.
Yeah, that escape is one of the main reasons that the score requirement is very tight. And if I miss that escape, I will actually have to. Don't have to worry that much about the score. But thanks to that escape that actually is very useful, I will have to pretty much try to mitigate the fact that I lost a gazillion points.
Yeah, because that room just has like I think 8 enemies in it. So yeah, you kind of have to like go out of the way in these rooms to actually get everything you want. It is a difficult level, 100%. A lot of people say it. And so yeah, pick your time. Yay!
Enemy, don't worry, I will go back for that too. Also, funny achievement there. That achievement is named Turbo Tunnel. You know why this name Turbo Tunnel? You know that famous motorbike stage in a game with some amphibians there.
Turbo Tunnel. Is it Sonic? I've never played Sonic.
No.
I swear.
No, it's Battletoads. It's a very well known Battletoads level.
Nobody on this call would know about Sonic. Definitely not Nacho.
Yeah, not me.
Those were
Definitely not.
yeah. So yeah, we just kind of keep going for this evil layer actually with that. Actually, hold on. Well, no, yeah, actually that room does have some points. Oh, hold on. No, okay. Oh, wait, actually, you cannot do that strat in 100%. I forgot. But yeah, also these weird switches. I don't think the level has them before this part. Just kind of like on-off blocks, just like Mario and such. But yeah, now the treasure is on a very weird position actually. I don't know why they put it here. I'm guessing they just kind of ran out of space and they had to put it here because otherwise you just cannot grab it.
Fair enough.
I'm not. This game does have some of that stuff, which just kind of like it's so weird. It's put in that place. It's just kind of like they didn't have any other place to put it in. But yeah, lap 2 now. We just have to quickly go through these rooms. All of them are clean now. But yeah, this layout can be a bit weird though, especially because like it's not really too horizontal but not too vertical either. It's a pretty weird combination of both. And also the amount of enemies here is not that plentiful, but it is required for the S rank, which is very high as I mentioned. Okay, oh, okay, help me. Do not lose the P rank. Yeah, at least now you got it.
I looked very perilous. Well done.
We dodged that switch just because it's not necessary to do that weird little puzzle. And yeah.
Okay, so funny memory. I was on a. You can do IELTS of 100% of this game for the leaderboard. So I was in a very good place once, but thanks to the score actually going down during the rocket transitions, I was actually missing the P rank for 5 points once.
Oh,
Very good place.
devastating.
But it's very fun. Like, anyways, now for me the hardest station in the run, gold.
And golf. It doesn't even have a translation. You can just
Okay,
Golf.
so golf. We're gonna play golf. We're actually going to hit the ball, make it reach the hole. There is
Not a-
very fast way to do that.
not a very ethical way to play golf, but I guess you can do it like that in this game.
Just a quick heads up for Gawi. I know the skip is very sick. I really know that it's probably the biggest flex. I will not do it because I'm really bad at it. So sorry for that.
Yeah, that skip we're gonna get to it. Maybe I guess I could explain it when you're doing that one part of the level. But yeah, the main intention of the level is that you have to go for these golf courses that have a finish, and after you actually get to the end with the golf ball, you're rewarded with the top end, which is obviously required for 100% runs. So Nacho has to learn every single course, which each one of them has a lot of strats, a lot of variants, a lot of backups. They have a lot of things, which is why this stage is one of the most difficult ones in the run, because there are just so many nitpicks about each movement you have to do. Especially in this course and Soda course, even the enemy behavior matters, because if those burgers grab the golf ball like you just did right now, they can actually screw you up if you wanted to do the optimal strat. But yeah, this Nacho did it pretty clean actually.
Yeah, very impressive. That looks very difficult to play an angles-based game in this particular control scheme.
Yeah, I would say especially because of the fact that if you try to go in slowly just by grabbing the golf ball, you're gonna lose a lot of time. So routing out everything by using the run mechanic is pretty tricky. It took a lot of time for runners to figure out the optimal, the true optimal way of doing each course. But yeah, this now just getting these secrets up pretty short at the very least. Something can be a bit weird, especially the second one, which we just saw. Nacho just became a ball and kept going on board. And yeah, now this course was just a pretty weird layout. Also the weirdest layout of the entire game, because it's just kind of a lot of holes, those burgers that can screw you up, and the fact you just kind of have to go down and just do all of that stuff. And now this final course, which is...
No, okay, I completely failed that.
Oh, right. Oh.
I completely failed that. No, I completely failed that. I tried to...
Oh, wait.
I tried to do it, but no. I pretty much achieved it. But yeah, there is a escape here that Kawus will explain. It's a very sick escape, but I don't usually do it.
Yeah, Bergscape. Actually, no, Bergscape. Yeah, Bergscape. I actually thought it was Golfscape, but now that's a weird name it has. You pretty much just kind of skip doing all of these courses. It's called escape courses. Just keep doing all of these by just using the burger to your own benefit, which is a bit weird to learn at the very start, but you can kind of get used to it. It's usually...
I know the combo. Don't worry about it. This stage gives you a lot of scoring. I don't have to worry about the combo. It actually happens to me a lot of times. Don't worry. Fine.
Yeah, this stage is pretty difficult. 100%. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to think about.
Yeah, I will just get some backup points. Don't worry.
I like that this stupid rats are just kind of pin shape, and you actually have to kill them as a ball. pretty funny way of putting it, actually. But yeah, now he's just
Burger.
grab the secret. Just got treasure. It's a burger. That's it. It's a burger.
Burger.
Because enemies are
Oh.
burgers.
That's it. That's just a secret.
I feel
yeah.
like that shouldn't be allowed in the pizza tower. I feel like the burgers and pizza are like natural enemies, you know?
Okay, you clearly didn't hear about the Hamburg pizza.
Oh, I guess I didn't. Whoa.
What is that?
That sounds like a magical
that?
innovation.
What is
Okay,
that
so
blasphemy?
basically, it's the pizza, but in the middle of between two pizzas, you put the hamburger beef.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
That's intense.
Actually, okay, I kinda
It's
understand it
tasty.
because we
At least for me, it's tasty. I try it and it's so tasty. Of course, a lot of fat and that, but it's tasty.
Well, you know, that's kind of why I would imagine. Sounds very good.
yeah, no, we just sweep through this part. It's really just nothing because the golf courses are done, so we just kind of have to quickly swift through them. And again, go into this section. Which maybe, yeah, wait, that was cool. That was a pretty good use of the time, actually. I like it. So yeah, those weird looking hawks, they just kind of like get enraged if you get too close to them, and they become like practically invulnerable. So yeah, not just avoiding just going crazy at them. But yeah, now there's the S rank. It's not the most
I told you.
difficult stage, but yeah.
Yeah, this stage gives you a lot of points. The thing is, you cannot do a one-lapper because, first of all, you need the topping. You need the topping if you do the skip, and the topping is behind the last course.
Actually, you can one lap this stage, but it loses time. That's a funny fact about it.
Anyways, we're going against Howie's favorite character. This is Noise,
And
Any-
yeah.
Pepino's mortal enemy. So Noise, backstory, he hates everything related to pizza, and by then he hates Pepino.
Dude, I didn't know this game was so xenophobic, but this game's dark. It's not cool.
Also, he has a TV channel.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, this guy just kind of like that really annoying guy in real life is just kind of like, oh, I don't like this. Oh, I hate this. Oh, yeah. I just want my business to grow. But yeah, that kind of stuff. These attacks are also like pretty weird because all of them, well, the order they are in is actually RNG, which is the most annoying part of this boss fight to optimize. Because if you get a specific order that is not beneficial to you, especially in this phase, you can get screwed up by a lot of seconds. Especially because using those noises like Nacho tried, they actually get to stun the noise. But if you get bad energy, you're just not gonna be able to use them as you want, which is sad to happen. It's also brilliant because they just kind of like have weird hitboxes. The attacks are kind of weird to dodge as well. It's not really... You can kind of have a lot of fun with speedrunning this boss, but it can get pretty tiring after some time. Because sometimes you just kind of be like, oh, I got the perfect time, but then no, it's not perfect because you got the bad RNG and you didn't use the noises properly. It was not really doing very well, actually.
Okay, just one hit, that's fine. Okay, so this is the last hit. They're just gonna beat each other, and Noise will get a machine gun. But it's fine, because Noisette arrives and will take care of Noise. He's a wife guy, he loves his wife a lot, so of course he's going to listen to her.
It's almost like real life.
Wait, shout out to Noisette for being a really cool girl and helping us with our pizza tower things.
Yeah, that was floor 3. It went by very quickly, honestly. even with that small thing that happened in Cross Cove, it was pretty good.
Yeah, of course, know your backups. that's the main thing about 100% runs like this that requires you to get a maximum rank. Know your backups. Know where you can scratch every single point. And let's go to the Ciudad Porcina.
Yeah, very important to be able to adjust on the fly with runs like this for sure.
Yeah, I'm honestly getting a bit dizzy just from watching, but it's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
I would not be able to
gimmick
handle this run. I don't know.
Main thing of this main gimmick of this stage, we're going to take some taxis right by pigs. That's some kind of crazy taxi, I guess. And
I know
but yeah,
everything like that.
for me, crazy taxi is just normal taxi.
But with pigs.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Okay, but yeah, the toppings are going to be hidden into this street we need to take a taxi for.
Also, yeah, these big cops, like cops speak. I don't know what you call them, but it's just kind of like they just grab you, and if they grab you, you have to like drift of them obligatorily, otherwise you're just not going to be able to get out of it. Out there. How to call them again? I don't know. But yeah, that is one of the taxis. Taxis. What am I saying? Dude, I'm not I'm not in the main world right now. Okay. Again. Now into taxi 3, which is obligatory. Sadly, it's also like one of the longest ones. So it's kind of.
Okay, let's see if I can show you a cool thing. Okay, seems like not. I can. Or maybe. No, I cannot. I completely missed that. Yeah, I wanted to show a cool Easter egg, but it's fine. So, let's go! Es la hora de Gustavi break for a second time.
Yay! Yay! The return of the rat. Rejoice.
Who loves rats?
Okay, so if you didn't know, like for every time there is a cute sprite of Brick reading the newspaper, my headcanon is that Brick is looking for a job. And in this stage, Rick is going to be our taxi driver. So I'm so proud of this rat because found a job.
Yay! Employment.
No. It's gonna be quite the discussion between yes and no.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, this is kind of going through these taxis that are obviously designed around the characters, so they're just kind of pretty wide layouts and such, which they can be a bit interesting to go fast through, especially the fifth one, which has some pretty weird strats that you really don't understand at first glance. I don't know if Nacho goes for them, because honestly they're also like somewhat difficult to remember.
Yeah, I do go for them. I will definitely go for them because they're very good. So there is also the cops, the cops, the police. They're going to take break because seems like rats are not allowed in the city. But it's fine. We're just gonna skip them, just like that.
Oh, you haven't seen that in a long time. Not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of surprised it's viable for 100% considering there's like a decent amount of enemies in that part. So that's good to see. Very good to see. Oh yeah, also rat inflation, I guess. That is something in this game. If you eat a rat as a rat, you just get pretty big. Oh. Yeah, let me go through that. Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, no, well. I'm just gonna have to work around because this part is like pretty weird. It's just kind of like obligatory Mario looking channel. Mario looking challenge. Which is not being able to go. You know, you just cannot fall off, and if you fall off, you just kind of like. Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay,
Is this good?
I hope so.
Anyway, Yeah, I guess we can ignore that. And yes, pizza time now.
Pizza time.
Dude.
Yeah,
And
I guess the rat's reminding me a little bit more of Sonic, the way it rolls around. And we were talking about that earlier with Nacho running a bunch of different Sonic games. So,
Oh, yeah.
how did both of y'all get into Pizza Time? And is Sonic at all kind of related? Because there's similar movement.
I don't know about Nacho. I don't know if they can speak right now.
Yeah, might be a case where our runner is locking in. But Kaos, how did you get into this game?
It was a pretty weird case where I just kind of like, I remember this game back when it released, like early 2023, I think. There was a point in mid 2023 where like this game received a lot of, popular indie game that receives a lot of unjustified hate, like for no reason at all. People just say, "Oh my god, this game is trash." That happens with a lot of games now. Like I don't know, that Toby Fox thing that's going on now.
Oh yeah, it's tough to escape criticism.
Yeah,
But this game's really cool, so I
used to be one of those people, sadly, until a friend of mine just told me, "Hey, you should check this game out," and I was like, "Okay, fine." And I actually ended up liking it a lot. I didn't get addicted to it, but it really got to me with all the craziness it has going, with all the speed thing it had. Just pretty much like the platformer I needed for a very long time, because I kind of used to play a lot of Mario before, but it didn't really catch up to me. I liked more the character of Mario than the games. Just kind of like, they're good, but they're lacking something, and that something was the very speedy gameplay this game has, which is honestly very good. Even with Gustavo, there's supposed to be this low character. I really like it because the way the developers just kind of went around all the design of the character, like the mechanics with the rat throw, the rat spin, everything it has. And when I got to speedrun this game, like in early 2024, I think. I don't remember it so well. It was pretty good. I really liked the game, and it actually catch up with me by that point. It's honestly one of the best speed games, I would say. It's also just mainly because like it is complex, really complex to speedrun. It has a lot of nitpicks, a lot of strategies, backups, the boss strategies that can be a bit annoying, but it's not the worst. But yeah, also that was a tight Ezra. That was very tight.
No,
That was super close.
I don't know what happened to Discord, and I go like 2 points away from not getting the S round, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Happy you got it. So tight.
Your backups is the name of the game.
This game rocks, dude. Never.
Oh, let's go for winter. You like winter? I like winter. I think it's my favorite season of the year.
Oh my god, yes, dude. Right now it's like
It's winter.
80 Fahrenheit here, and oh my god, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I prefer being sick than this heat. At least for me. I don't know about you people. Are you a summer person or a winter person? That's a good question, actually.
Where I live right now, definitely not summer because it gets really hot here. But it kind of depends, you know. Definitely like to see Chat's opinion as well.
So, do you like your pizza frozen or actually warm?
So true.
Right, those enemies are just kind of like frozen pixels. Now that I look at it.
That's really funny. I love that. This game's so creative.
Yeah, let's get a lot of stuff for you. And obviously, well, I don't know why it's no man out of nowhere, but yeah. It does have its good things and its nonsensical things that add up to the game a little bit. It does have to make sense in every single place, which I think it's pretty cool because the design is pretty serious. They really thought about it a lot, but the fact the game doesn't take it seriously, it's just like, kind of like they know what they're doing. You know they know what they're doing. So yeah, which is kind of like the only level in the game with this pits, with those warning signs. If you fall off, you just get brought to the very start of the room. This is the only level in the entire game that has a lot of rooms like that. So it is a pretty difficult level to casual play through.
Say hello to Evil Santa. He's evil and he's Santa. He's actually from the South Pole, not the North Pole.
South.
That's why he's evil.
I don't get it. Explain the meme.
Because he's Evil Santa, and you know that Santa is from the North Pole. Well, then by chance, Evil Santa should be from the South Pole, right?
Oh right, dude. Okay, I'm gone. At this point, I'm gone. Do not trust me. Anyway, also this weird mechanic, which is just a jetpack. Like, I guess it is a thing that exists in this level. It's not that interesting, but yeah, it's just sitting there. Also, right, this level is another one-lapper. I think, at least from what I heard from a lot of people, that this is the easiest one. I don't know about your opinion, Nacho.
Yeah, this is a very easy one-lapper. Like, I'm not really trying that much. Like, I'm just going for, of course, I'm going for everything that I can, but there is like a lot of fuck-ups on this stage to be a one-lapper. And thanks to this transformation, this is the Satan's Choice transformation. Hello, Satan.
Yay! It's like,
So yeah, this transformation makes us completely invulnerable. We can also fly because, of course, eating spicy food makes you fly, right?
of course. I mean, I guess you can kind of think it like, I don't know, it is so hard they went flying because of how hard their mouth was. But yeah, it takes a time.
But yeah, the main reason that this is one-lapper, first of all, of course, a lot of enemies. You already see that I'm already at 90 combos. Second reason of all, a lot of points. Second lap, and third reason, and most importantly, second lap is not only longest, but it's also harder. The second lap requires you to completely get rid of this transformation, and you cannot fly anymore, making the second lap very, very difficult.
That is true, because yeah, this level, if you cannot fly, especially in the second lap, it is a tight level, especially because of all the pits you can fall in. And also, right, you have to re-enter this room for the secret. A kind of funny way of putting it, but yeah.
Yeah, that was level design then. I mean, of course there's like a huge gimmick, of actually like every secret is like a test for one of the gimmicks that the stage has. And that's very cute. Ice cream sandwich.
Oh, I don't waste
Ooh,
that,
I
like,
definitely want an ice cream sandwich right now. That's dangerous. I'm hungry.
We don't have those here. That's sad.
Aw.
I don't think we do.
Just get two pieces of bread together and put ice cream in the middle of them.
That's totally good, yeah.
Yeah, taking away our transformation by drinking milk gives us, I believe, 1000 points, and that's enough for the restaurant. Perfecto.
It's also quite funny, just the best way to go from that is falling off, going back to the other room. But yeah, that was Freezer one lap. It went by very quickly. Like, yeah, it's not just it isn't the hardest one, it's actually the easiest one. But yeah, that's good.
Now, for the boss fight. This is Fake Pepino. Kinda creepy boss if you ask me, like, design-wise, but I think that's the point. It gets very well into the theming of creepy. Even the music is kinda unsettling, and that's very good for me.
Yeah, this was also pretty infamous in the speedrunning scene for being like the gatekeeper of most runs, mostly because of its RNG, which all of it is focused in phase 1. It only saves like 2 seconds if you get, I mean actually no, in total it saves like 6 seconds if you get the perfect RNG, but that's like almost impossible. It's just kind of like ILs get all of that. I don't think there is any full game run that's ever gotten that perfect RNG. I think, I don't remember right now. But yeah, this boss is kind of crazy because of all the different patterns it has. And also these weird looking mimics. Because these ones are not the actual fake Pepino, they're just kind of like copies. The one that shares the same exact color as your clothing is the real one. These ones are just kind of like meant to be a difficult attack to dodge, but yeah, just bang your head against the ceiling and that's how you dodge it.
Clever.
And yeah, now we get to phase 2 apparently. I guess just kind of like waiting around with this. Oh yeah, if you hold down, you can just like break dance. That's something the game has. Pretty cool detail.
Okay, that's that.
Evil.
Try to take it as carefully as I can. Because I already took 2 hits. I don't want to take another one. And the second phase is very, very difficult.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Okay,
That you actually have to...
that's bad.
Okay, yeah. As long as you get the S rank.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Just for safety, just for the sake of not going overestimate and to not make you consume time, I will just do this second attempt. If I fail getting the S rank, I guess that is over. I'm going to be known as naturally fraud, and I'm so sorry, GDQ. You can completely ban me for not meeting the criteria of the run. I promise you.
No, hard strats are hard strats. We get it. It's no problem. Let's hope we get it this time, though. Chat, let's give some love. Good luck, Nacho.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're just gonna have a second try at this boss again. It can be a bit difficult, honestly. This boss is like, I mean, it's the second to last boss fight in the entire game. It is gonna be a bit hard to execute perfectly. At least that's how I feel the boss fight hard. They're just kind of like well designed to be difficult the further you progress.
Yeah, they look quite difficult. Nacho's been doing a really good job dealing with them.
You know, we just keep going for these same attacks until we get to phase 2, the difficult part, which is the only saving grace of phase 2, at least, that it's just pure execution because there's no more RNG from there. So as long as Nacho gets all of it correctly, we're gonna be able to see the last phase of this boss, because this is the first boss to have a third phase. So we're gonna be able to see it right away. It can be a bit surprising for some people. But yeah, let's hope Nacho gets it. Okay, yeah, that's very good actually. I like this.
Now, as a reminder, this is harder than it looks because we need an S rank here on this boss. So we need to get it done without even getting hit once. So it looks it looks hard, but it's even harder.
Yeah, especially with this boss.
Okay, there it is. Just no 1 damage the second try, you know.
Yay!
Yeah.
Woo!
Just no hit. Yeah, this is third phase. Pepino is very angry and transforms into horrors beyond human comprehension. Anyways, it's very slow. We don't care. It was funny because the first version of this game, this phase was like very, very fast, and it got there.
Yeah, remember the last phase was
hard.
like actually really hard in the very first versions of the game. Thankfully they changed it to be like actually well designed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you got it second try. GG.
Yeah, at least I got my redemption arrow with the no damage.
Oh wait, right, that was a B rank. Dude, I thought you got hit once. I don't know why.
Mirage.
I was imagining.
Okay, I accidentally killed Snotty. Don't worry, like I completely forgot if you wanted me to kill Snotty or not. It's fine.
Yay!
I'm just a soulless Bane.
As speedrunners, we celebrate each time someone kills Nutty.
Anyways, this is the Fabrica de Pepibots, and the thing is, you are already seeing what I'm doing, so yeah. This is the hardest, at least for me, the hardest one lapper.
Yeah, this level is pretty tricky to do. The layout is considerably weirder than any other level because it's just like using this mechanic that's gonna be presented in the next room. There are conveyors that try to push you to one direction or the other, and they also have a lot of speedrunning jank within, but at least for real-time runs they are barely used that much. Tasks of this level are like actually crazy, I'm not lying.
Okay, so funny secret. There it is, that's a funny secret.
Yay! That's the least expected place to put a secret, dude.
No, I really like that secret because just like go to a super town, refuse to elaborate and leave.
Literally. Better though, because this part of the level is also hellish to do quick. There's also just like, I don't remember, not sure I've been using them. Because you cannot do too much with high jumps in this game that are just kind of like a keybind with 4 inputs, 4 actions that let you do a slightly higher jump, which is using in some places, not everywhere, because well, most of the game is already designed to just be able to jump normally and go through each part of the level. But for the parts that can be escaped with a high jump, it's a bit weird because first you have to get in a false walk state, like for insta turns, and then you have to high jump. It also has some jank with conveyors that it can boost you and let you go beyond 20 speed, which is the Mach 4 limit. But yeah, now we get into this information of a pixel box, which is I guess something. We kind of fly like a bird. Pretty funny.
I believe this transformation is a reference to another video game that I never played, but this video game has a version on another game named Super Meat Boy. So yeah, if you know the name of the game, that's very good.
Would you guys?
I think
like...
Super Meat Boy 3D is also on the horizon, so big times for precision platformers.
It's a time.
Pizza time! Woo.
Okay, so this is where the difficulty of the one lapper comes from. There's a huge strat into this room that I'm going to try to get. If not, I guess I will just have to do a second lap. It's completely fine. So I will have to lock in. Please, I will. Can please explain what I'm trying to do after this?
Yeah, what this strat is that you have to keep the pixel box transformation, and you have to also get the score from both priests in this room. And what you do for that is that those 2 sausages that were right before the first priest, Nacho didn't kill them because we're gonna use them after finishing the secret in order to get some tiny extra points that are just enough to allow us for a S rank in 1 lap. As you can see, Nacho is gonna backtrack now, get those remaining sausages, and also get the pixel box transformation again, because there is a second priest, as I mentioned, which is necessary because it's also gonna give us more points due to being a different priest and being the first time we use it. There's also
farther than it looks. That's very tight timing. Also, the conveyor belts on that section appears electric blocks. They're going to damage you, and remember, taking damage makes your combo meter deplete faster, and we don't want that.
Yeah, it is crazy to do this stage quick.
Yeah, well done.
You can also see the combo is like really high, like actually really high. So if you lose that, then yeah, you are pretty much forced to do a second lap for this level. It has a lot of enemies. Oh,
this one lapper is the bane of my existence. I don't have it on my TV, but I'm really glad I was able to showcase it.
Yeah, that was pretty clean. Did you nail like the strat like perfectly? Like actually, that was surprising.
Very, very nice.
Now for the longest stage in the entire game. The name of the stage, I'm not going to pronounce it. You know how it's called, so let's just say that, you know, when you are in a hurry to go to you know, to do your needs.
to the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we can say. There's not much else because that is the level. That is the name of the level, pretty much.
Very silly.
We're all in this sewer-looking place, and yes, if you think about it, yeah, those like brown-looking things, yeah, we are running on top of that. Yes, yes, exactly that. Pretty gross.
That is
was
pretty
just kind of
gross.
like. That was just kind of like weird. Just gonna use these pipes to go through another place, and those Pixaboy cuts that are just kind of like fake. They can actually damage you. We didn't see them for a very long time because we don't really need them right now. But they appear a lot more in the upcoming sections of this level. It's honestly also, for me at least, pretty weird to see those levels. Because in the any percent run,
Yeah.
you just completely ignore this level.
80% you completely skip this stage. And
It's kind of funny.
it's completely fair. This stage is the longest stage in the entire game.
Yeah, that is the main reason why any percent skips it, because it's just way too long and there isn't too much to speed it up. There is a pretty, well, kind of obscure strat that saves some seconds, but it's nah. We don't even have to think about it, honestly. Yeah, now this weird evil pizza guy transformation where you just kind of become like a mass of pizza. It's so weird. I don't really know what's the sense of it.
I love the combo, but
It's
again,
kind of
this stage
playing on
has
some
a lot of...
transformations. Oh,
Sorry, I love the combo, but this fine. This stage also gives you a lot of scoring. Losing the combo is actually the least of my worry.
yeah, the
Honestly,
next
that-
ones have a lot of enemies. I know. Oh, wait, I forgot about that graffiti. Funny.
Yeah, also the I lost the combo with a very small number. 30 is actually a small number, and I will be able to get that number very higher soon.
Yeah, at least the good thing of being I think the longest level is that it has a lot of enemies as well, so we're gonna be able to get to 32 combo pretty quickly, and of course even more probably. I say probably because I do not run 100%. That's the thing. So I don't really know.
100% is very threatening of a run. Very threatening of a run. As you are seeing that, as you are seeing, the secrets are in these suspiciously shaped RE stickers.
Pretty funny way of putting it. I guess because it's like a decoration of the level, so you might just think, oh, there's nothing here. It's just there. But no, it's like actually a secret.
It's a time.
Yay! Pretty weird level so far, also with all of those bananas. We have seen those
Yeah, we also
monkeys
have the-
before, but it's the only place in the game where they actually matter somewhat.
We also have this cheese ball transformation, and this that ends up with this cheese monster transformation. It's funny.
Yeah, I kind of feel this level just grabs a lot of stuff from every other level and tries to put them in a very long sequence. I don't really like the level, honestly, but yeah, it's interesting at least with how it was designed artistically.
I don't know what that treasure is, so I personally think it's a fried chicken in a stick.
A weird looking fried chicken. It doesn't
Yeah, I have friends that think that is an apple. It's a caramel apple, but I don't think it can be a caramel apple because an apple in the basement after that so long in this stage may turn into a bad apple.
Oh, it would.
Probably.
That is true, actually. I actually didn't
You
think
definitely do not want to consume anything from here.
No way.
Yeah.
No way,
Here
Jose.
is
Oh yeah.
that's the secret.
funny way of grabbing the last secret is that not get rid of the trash can and just use it to get to that part. Me. We just keep using dodge all of the platforming sequence that was to the right because it doesn't really have many enemies.
We're 5 minutes and a half into this stage, and we're not done yet, and we still have a second left to do.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's tiring.
At some point, this stage actually becomes a marathon. Average duration of this stage is 7 minutes. I was about to say other number before 7, but I will not say.
Oh my god.
Oh, chat knows what we're talking about, I'm sure, though.
Oh my god.
They get it.
Is this true?
Anyway, second lap.
Yeah?
Second.
Well, I guess while we're hanging out here, both of you, what would, like, I'm sure a bunch of people have been watching this and have been thinking it's super cool. What would you say to people considering speedrunning this game? What kind of, advice would you have?
I would say, like, first of all, enjoy this game casually. Sadly, I fell into speedrunning this game even before playing casually. That's not a great experience to do first because, I don't know, I feel like it got rid of the thrill of learning how to play the game normally, and all of that, So, first of all, learn how to enjoy the game, first of all. That's my first advice.
That is like the
Good advice.
key. That's like the main thing you have to keep in mind if you want to speedrun. Honestly, if you want to speedrun anything, you have to remember that you're gonna play that game hours and hours, practice it for a long time. And if you're not enjoying that, then you're not gonna enjoy anything of it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's extremely true.
I actually have like 200 hours on Steam on this game. My main save file has more than 100 hours.
Wow.
But yeah, this is the last stage of the 4th floor. We're right about on the last stretch of the run, so we can probably take a little break,
Perfect. Yeah. Go grab some more pizza. We'll be back in just a moment with more of this run.
Yay!
Alrighty, chat. I hope you are sufficiently hungry by now because we're back with some more Pizza Tower. Let's finish this run.
Okay, so let's continue in 3, 2, 1. It's pizza time.
Let's get a move on to the next floor, the last floor of the game. Such an evil thing to think about.
Okay.
This run is already coming to a close. It's gone by so fast.
Yeah, this game does go very fast. It doesn't feel like a bit out of like staggering. I don't know if that's the word to say. Some games that feel a bit too slow to speedrun. But yeah, this game does change rooms very quickly. There are a lot of enemies, a lot of stuff to think about. And even more in this floor with Pizza Scare, which is the last one lap in the entire run. Every other level that remains is not one lappable because they're pretty complex in the layout and have some pretty hard to deal with enemies. At least in this level, the good thing it has is one of the mechanics is going to be in the next room. But this Ghost King guy that's just gonna be following us around, he's just gonna try to put traps in front of us and make us lose our combo and take damage, which is not good. And the mechanic I was talking about is this cross buff, I think that's what it's called, where you just kind of become immortal, but just for a few seconds. So Nacho's gotta use that thing pretty wisely, otherwise it's gonna be pretty difficult to beat this stage without it. And also some pretty precise super taunts like that one.
It would be really cool if I managed to get every single one lap into this showcase. I will say.
Let's hope it happens. That would be super cool.
Yeah, this was like really designed to be hard though. That's probably the main thing of it. There are a lot of enemies that can just shoot straight at you, that can dash at you, like that weird looking pixel ghost.
Okay, so
And
there's
also
a
those.
trick coming up. It's a funny escape that we'll try to get. And there it is! Yay! It's pizza time!
Nice. Pizza
So
time.
that escape has a name, but I personally call it a King Code escape because that's what you escape. You need to actually do that bottom section like twice in order to do it as intended, but if you just run very, very fast, you completely escape the King Ghost planning your way.
Yeah, because this King Ghost just kind of gets stuck in TBs and such, and you have to get him out of there because it's actually useful for beating the level. Which is why that skip is one of the biggest ones, because you don't have to do the same exact section twice. From that you mentioned. But yeah, there's the Ghost King skip, which has a funny name, but yeah.
Well, I think, but I really like calling it Ghost King, the Ghost King escape because, you know, it's literally what it does.
Yeah, this game does have a small issue with calling some escapes or attacks in a completely nonsensical way. Some of them are like really obvious, like I don't know, bird escape in golf, which is pretty much skip a portion of the level by using a burger. But then there's the most famous tech of this game called Eric, where you just insta-turn in like less than 3 frames pretty much. I don't know why it is so known. I hate that out of every tech in the game, that one is the most known one. It's like so weird. But yeah, now we just go through these secrets using those grind rails. Some of the... Actually, the next one uses the cross. But yeah, that we can see that, like, as Nacho mentioned, all of these secrets just kind of use the mechanics of the level kind of in order, but not too much. We get chicken.
Or turkey leg, I don't know.
Is that more?
So, since we did everything, we should get the extra rank around here. If not, we still have the extra scoring for the account.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
the secret is like...
Okay, that might be tied, like some enemies.
Okay, that's...
It's fine.
Hold on, yeah?
Fine. We got every
Yes.
one lapper in the run. I'm so happy for that.
That's
Ooh,
awesome.
nice. Huge on GDQ.
Yeah, that secret is also like the main part where you should actually get to see if you get the S rank 1 lap, because it just has like
Okay, so
20 enemies, I think.
next stage. Shh, no hagan ruido. Don't make a sound. Stay silent.
Quiet. What is
Yes.
that?
Okay, you know this. You know the drill. Like, you know how sometimes there is a brand that have these little, you know, little things with animatronics playing music. You know, this stage is special one. Of course, sometimes the animatronics could be like scary, or even the mascot. For example, I personally find the Chuck E. Cheese mascot very threatening.
I honestly thought Chuck and Cheese was some fake thing until actually it's obvious that it's like actually a real thing in real life, not about that.
It does kind of have this quality to it of, you know, mysticism. This place really has animatronics and games and pizza.
Yeah. So, main thing about the stage gimmick, of course, we have animatronics that will try to chase us, and they are very scary for 3 reasons. First of all, they force you to the start of the room. Second of all, they eat your combo and take away a lot of points. And third of all, there's actually a jump scare that probably it's very silly jump scare, but I'm scared so easily that I will actually cry.
No, yeah, getting jump scare in this level is the worst for 100%. It's like, it literally gets rid of everything. But yeah, almost all the secrets are just kind of like going against the animatronic by yourself. There's nothing else, and the layout is made to benefit the animatronic. This one does just kind of look like a weird cheese-looking thing. It's pretty creepy, not gonna lie. I think that's the creepiest one. But yeah, because we're speedrunning, we don't even see it. We don't even see it. Just go.
This should be like a stealth level, but of course, it's going fast is the best stealth, you know. This kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm still surprised they actually designed this level to be played like both really quickly and just stealth mode. Like it works
And it just
very
works.
for both. It actually
Works very well. It's very fun. Yeah, talking about the animatronic, every animatronic does something different. For example, we had that mushroom guy that was the special ability is just run. The second, the ball of cheese. Special ability is just like jump between walls. This guy, a tomato guy, God, I don't know. Has no clip and we can fly, so yeah, that's the scariest one. We have this guy with the winner
The butcher, the evil. It's also kind of funny that like every topping we see in the game, the mushroom, cheese, tomato, sausage, all of them became animatronic. Some kind of like evil thing.
Is it revenge, I guess?
Probably.
Putting them on pizzas?
For using
Yeah.
them on pizza.
They don't like it.
Time for the strongest transformation in the entire game, because it's actually the strongest transformation in the entire game. We have a shotgun.
Whoa!
Yes, straight up we have a shotgun like in Doom, and we get straight to pizza time with this new
Pizza time.
acquired shotgun, which has some interesting tech. We will see more of that later. We will surprise you with that. But yeah, now we can just instantly kill the animatronics. We don't care about it. We just go crazy with this part of the level and kill all of them, because actually no, they do not add to combo, but they used to. So we just have to keep running through.
That was fixed, and I believe that was one of the reasons this level used to be a one-lapper. I don't remember that well. I wasn't running the game back then.
Yeah, it used to be one lappable, but now it's not. Sadly.
Also, we finally got a pizza slice.
Yay! It only took 5 floors of Pizza Tower.
18 levels to finally see a pizza. Like straight up a pizza.
Just like letting that guy to destroy those walls.
Oh yeah,
And
the
also one of the
fight
things that I'm going to
just-
try to do, is actually use the shotgun in the air, because if I use the shotgun in the floor, it's an insta stop. It will kill all my speed. But if I use it in the air, I can conserve some of the moment.
Yeah, okay, hold on. That too as well. That's gonna be cool to see. But yeah, the tech that Nacho mentioned, which is called neutral shooting. Oh no, hold on. Neutral shooting or neutral shot. You kind of just like, if you shot me there, you're not gonna lose any speed, but it also asks you to not hold any direction, because if you do not hold any direction, you lose even less speed. You cannot avoid the speed loss entirely unless you use a taunt at the same frame you should, but that can also drain some time from the taunt stalling your movement and such. So usually the best option is just to shoot midair, stop holding any directions until the animation of the shot actually ends, which can save some quite good amount of time in this level, and another one which we're gonna see in no time. But yeah, that is the mess. Don't make sound.
That was don't make a sound. We totally make a lot of sounds, but I mean, yeah,
It's okay if you go fast.
Successfully, I guess. That's fairly successfully, I guess.
But But yeah, now we are moving on to the evil. This is the the last.
Yeah, this is
level
actually
of
the last,
game.
no, the last level of the pizza tower. War, or I mean, guerra.
Whoa.
Okay, main gimmick of this game, of this stage, is not pizza time. We actually have a bomb. Gary, we have a bomb I have a bomb strapped into my chest, and it's going to explode unless I beat the stage faster than it.
Yes, just the intense level with all the hazards you can think of. Also the rocket from Dish 9, which is kind of cool to see, because it kind of makes sense in all this war-looking theme. Because yeah, we just get the shotgun as soon as we enter the level, and it's gonna stick to us for the entirety of it. So you just kind of have to blast through this, because if the timer runs out, we just die. That's it, you die.
Yeah,
nothing else.
Yeah, normally during pizza time, if the time runs out, pizza face will wake up and will chase us, so we can actually have some room for error, you know. Here, that doesn't happen. We just die
Immediately. Like that one Rick and Morty scene. What was it? What type of that was it? Instantaneous. I don't remember. But yeah, we just have to grab those timers that will increase the time we'll have to get the hell out of this level. Because it's also a bit of a pretty difficult level due to the shotgun not letting us to grab slide, which was the main thing we were using for the entire run to quickly get to Mach 3. So we just kind of have to work around with those speed pads, some slopes in order to keep our speed after using a ground pound or something. But yeah, this is a pretty technical level, especially with the neutral shots, because they can be used almost anywhere to save just a tiny bit of time.
And so you're saying that the secrets are not actually hidden, they're in plain sight. You're going to see why about later, but for now I'm going to skip them because of course I'm going to do a lap 2. And lap 2 is going to get rid of the shotgun. That's what I actually want right now. For doing those secrets.
Yeah, because trying to do the secrets with the shotgun is pretty non-comfortable because you just don't have a grab, you cannot do anything quick, and yeah, it's better to rely on the grab than the shotgun for the secrets. But you can see it literally, it's right there. Not even hidden, it's just gonna like, hey, the secret is here, you just have to have enough time to actually get it. But yeah, naturally just gonna blast through everything with the timer constantly beeping at him. And also the door.
The timer will not stop for anything, and that's the main thing. This is like the biggest pressure test than the target of the game that has to offer.
Yeah, it's also like most people's favorite level because of the music. I really like the music of this level as well. Pretty good.
Yep.
But yeah, now we get to lap 2.
Lap 2. Lap 2 will give us 2.5 minutes extra. Of course, we don't need it. We're speedrunner. I mean, they come very handy, of course. But the bomb is actually our pizza time. So, as you are guessing, there was never any enemies respawning from doors. You know those kinds of enemies. Well, that's because that's also the gimmick.
Yeah.
For second lap, anything you actually did, every enemy that you killed there, every single thing that wasn't a clock or a bell will not appear again. So you need to be very conscious about your scoring that way. This is the biggest example
tough.
this is the biggest example of the lap 2 change permanently. It's not. Yeah, the lap 2 changed permanently everything you did on the normal skip section.
Yeah, the server can get a bit tricky, so don't worry about wording. But yeah, we just have to go through all the level, and now at least it's somewhat more comfortable because we don't have the shotgun, but that also means we cannot kill things instantly. We have to kinda use another ways like Nacho did right there with parrying the pizza projectile, and also make sure we have enough combo because natural kill almost every enemy, so now we're just kinda have to rely on those tiny clocks that give us a bit of time. And also the secrets that we left to the very end.
Yeah, as you saw, the timer doesn't stop even in secret. You are not safe.
Yeah, nah. It keeps running through every single part of the level, it never stops. Pretty funny though, I think. You literally never have a rest, you just have to keep swiftly going through all of this.
I mean, this is the last stage of the run. At some point, you actually became good at the game to have reached here, you know?
Yeah, it's just like the true last challenge. Pretty cool though, I really like it. This is like a pretty considerable difficulty spike when you play this game casually.
There it is, that's the B rank. Also, as a fun fact, this stage is one of the 2 stages that actually has a max score. Since this is like fake pizza time, you don't lose by 5 points per second.
Yeah, that's one good thing. You can there's actually like a high score speedrun on this level, but we're not doing that, it's just getting that rank.
I got a lot of shit.
Wait, oh, hold on. Oh, never mind. I thought you P-ranked all of the levels in this floor.
Nah.
Oh,
Eh,
wait, right, because of the one
kinda,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, if I decide to do the second lap, of course. Anyways, I have 90 extra bucks, so I will just donate them to charity that you can also do, right, Satan?
Yeah. Will you help an old man with a donation? But yeah, what is this?
Okay.
No, y'all are just going to have to wait for SGDQ, which is in, by the way, Minneapolis from July 5th to the 11th. And of course, we've mentioned it before, but today is the final day of submissions for that event. So if you'd like to do run submissions or volunteer submissions, do ! SGDQ in the chat and go to the website to learn more.
Okay, final boss. This is Pizza Face. There's a first phase is going to, like, you know, summon enemies. We actually have to throw those enemies at the giant ominous pizza. The what I'm doing is basically I'm just saving one enemy for the round. I have a free hit.
It also has like a very weird pattern to learn at the very first instance, because sometimes, well, actually the pattern is set, but then the order the enemies, well, not the order, more like the way the enemies spawn can be actually difficult to deal with. At least one saving grace of this boss is that you don't have to be perfect at it for 100%. And you can take a million hits and it will be okay.
The only stage that doesn't actually rank you along the tutorial. Anyway, second phase, we have a clown. This is Pizza Head. This was the guy behind Pizza Face, and this is very chaotic phase because, of course, we have the gun. The fastest way to beat this phase is gun, and the attacks he's going to do are way too. First of all, they're random. They're random. Second of all, the attacks patterns are also random, and third of all, every time you are close to his losing HP, he's going to become faster. And that was now.
Yeah, hold on.
Yay!
And that's it. That's the final boss.
Wait.
Woohoo! Wait a minute.
Wait. No.
What's going on?
No. That's
That
it.
guy again?
I'm just done.
That guy?
I don't care anymore.
And the Italian hated word.
Yeah, this is the third phase. This is a boss rush. But since we're actually done, we don't care anymore. We're going to just demolish every single boss in only 4 hits.
That's awesome.
The true Super Saiyan Peppino, just constantly punching, kicking, literally throwing everything at each boss in order to get rid of their HP in like 0 seconds, which is pretty cool looking if you ask me.
Also, since of course the Vigilante fight was basically use a gun. We don't have a gun, but Gustavo was learning the tricks, was learning the martial art of Mario and Luigi, and learning how to do some tandem attacks.
It's kind of like Mario and Luigi actually. Hold on, we're really gonna fire now that I think about it. But yeah, we just kind of do that stalling thing where we just roll into Vigilante just to let Gustavo spawn and actually use him optimally. But we don't do that for the last attack of his because we don't really need him
Yeah,
anymore.
we just like get the extra kill, you know.
Yeah, at least for the rest of the bosses, Gustavo will keep spawning and it will let us stun the boss and get a very quick hit without even caring if the boss is gonna need to do another attack. And just that was noise pretty quick because yeah, we can just stun the boss and let it and not let it do anything. Again, fake Pepino. Oh, okay, that was a bit unfortunate, but it works, yeah.
It works, it works. Also, this is a banger. This music is one of my favorite tracks in the entire game because it's like the moment of catharsis. It also used the second lap leitmotif because it's the second time we actually beat the bosses.
Wait, that's actually fine, I didn't know that. Then now,
Anyways,
1v1.
We are actually throwing hands with. We're actually throwing hands with this guy.
Quite literally.
The attacks are very scripted here, so don't have to worry too much about it, you know. So, for example, jump is punching gloves, and then this one is bladder.
That's kind of like a sumo kick. I don't really know the names of these attacks. It doesn't really matter that much. It's just a pretty simple phase, but if you don't react to it, you can get.
If you do that, you're going to lose time.
Okay. Do it again. More punches, more kicking, everything, and now the last bit of HP of Pixel Head. Pretty just
And
do the
that's it.
same exact 3 attacks, not too much else, and that's how we beat this Pixel Heads.
Nice.
Well, the head of Pixel Head. Pretty bad.
We're just like, we're just using the indomitable spirit of the Italian, you know. And we'll
Truly a power-up.
a huge pile driver and end with him. Yeah, we're done with the final boss. Now we just have to, you know, go back to the beginning and celebrate, right? So that's what we're going to do.
What about
That's
the
right, though.
Welcome to the actual real last stage, the crumbling tower of pizza. It's pizza time for one more time.
One last hurrah. We're not done yet.
The last. Of course,
Yeah.
now we're gonna go fix the time at the very start of this level. We're just gonna go from the very top of this giant tower back to the very bottom where we met Pepperman, the first level, John Goddard, the tutorial, everything. And we are, of course, we're gonna be using almost every gimmick the game has offered us. We're gonna see almost every enemy, and we still have to get a P rank or S rank in this level, which isn't too difficult, but it's a bit weird due to the main factor that there isn't any top-ends, any treasures, any secrets. It's just kill enemies and grab points. There's nothing else to it. So the score requirement is not that high really, but you still cannot miss that much stuff. Of course, now we see back to floor 4 with the frozen pizzas, the evil Santa.
Also, the music is a banger.
I know this
The
stuff.
music is a banger. This is my actual favorite track. So, fun fact about this track that I will just jump about it. Every time you get a pizza time, the track will start with a hello there, you know. So this track, its name is Bye Bye There because it's the last time we're actually doing this.
Wait, wasn't the noise track that had hello there? I don't remember.
Nah, yeah.
I haven't
Yeah,
resolved off.
This stage is fire. This stage is so fire, and it's basically, for me, this is the best way to finish the game. Because also, there's like a tiny little hint. Okay, that's not bad. There's like tiny little hints during the climbing that you will see. Like, for example, there is like these John blocks that are going to become transparent every time you hit pizza time. Well, that also happens during the normal climbing of the tower.
Yeah, you can actually see like a quick glimpse of those blocks, and I remember just seeing that, and I was like, why are these here? Is this another level? And I guess I was kind of right.
Yeah.
It's a weird way to kind of foreshadow the player, but yeah, because that was really.
So we're playing
cool.
golf one more last time.
Move.
There it is. Goodbye, golf. Hope we never see
this
you again.
course really easy. I like that you're kind of meant to get kicked by cows. A bit funny. Oh yeah, and the cannonball guy from Kursko that didn't really make any active presence in the level.
Yeah.
Now
Or the chicken!
Oh,
The grand return. Let's go.
because now we're really close to the end with all these straight running runs. Really close to the time and the moment we exit through the main gate of the entire Pizza Tower. So now Nacho just has to keep killing things, grabbing all the tiny collectibles out there. There is a lot of them.
Maintain the
but,
peer rank.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, this was just a blast of a run. I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope everyone really liked whole gameplay and anyways, time, yeah. That was the pizza time.
That was GG, Nacho. That was awesome.
So good. Really put on an excellent show. All the levels that could be done first lap were done first lap also, which is so cool.
We actually got the 100%. Okay, extra thing if you get every single treasure. The treasures will revive John, and John will get rid of Pizza Head, and we're going to have a very happy ending.
Yay!
No more evil.
I'm sure chat would also be very happy to know what you two would like to say in terms of your shoutouts.
Yeah, Kyle, it's your first.
What about shoutouts, I guess, to Nacho for being such a kind runner to allow me to commentate this run. I really like this game, and despite me being a bit burnt out of it, I really enjoy watching it, and even more so commentating all of the stuff it has. Thanks, Nacho, for bringing me here. I really like the purpose you had for me. But yeah, I guess that could be all of it for me. I guess I will leave it to you, Nacho, because I didn't really plan to shoutouts to anyone, but I guess I could leave it to you because you are the runner. You are the one who played Pizza Tower, not me.
Yeah. So, shoutouts to, first of all, one of the friends that gave me this game because she really wanted me to play it. Shoutouts to Kyla Cat because she gave me this game. She thought I would like it. I really like speedrun this game, and yeah, she's one of the main reasons I'm doing this and on the GDQ Hotfix stage. Shoutouts to the Pizza Tower community. They're so kind. They help you very much with the strat. When I was learning 100%, they're very helpful. Kawis even was very helpful before the run to tell me some strats, how to do things, very safe, you know. Shoutouts to every single Pizza Tower speedrun. Shoutouts to Pizza, of course. And shoutouts to GDQ for reaching out to me to showcase this run. I'm really happy to be here, and as we see, we got 100%.
Yay!
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Was completed.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say. Like, for example, if you want to follow me on Twitch, do it. Under the risk that maybe will not be that much speedrun content there, or maybe not content at all, but you can follow me on YouTube because that's where I actually upload the speedrun thing. I mainly speedrun Sonic, but also speedrun some indie games like Pizza Tower.
Hey, but Pizza Tower is a Sonic game, though.
Honorarily.
Yeah, that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next adventure.
Yeah, thank you both so much for being here. That was a wonderful episode of Hidden Heroes, celebrating TDOV, the Trans Day of Visibility, as well. We are not done with our shows tonight. Express Lane is coming up after this, so stick around for that. And of course, Anarchy is going to be back for Hidden Heroes on April 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So come back for that. Say hi to her when she's back.